Now on Radio 4, the new classic serial.
We present Anton Lesser and Rory Kinnear in Ruth by Elizabeth Gaskell, dramatised by Ellen Dryden, with Laura Rees as Ruth. Episode 1.
A farm girl? All red cheeks and coarse chapped hands? My young lady's work with the finest silks, lace and taffetas. She doesn't sound at all suitable.
Oh, there's nothing of the farm girl about Ruth. Her manner's very pleasing and refined. She resembles her mother. A sad story there. She was a curate's daughter, a pretty young orphan, thankful to marry a respectable old farmer like Hilton, but she was never in good health, and things went wrong at the farm from the outset. The neighbours used to say it was Hilton's own fault for marrying such a delicate, fine lady. He took her death very badly, let the farm go to rack and ruin, and left them nothing but debts.
Was the sad event a recent occurrence?
No, it was some 3 or 4 years ago. Ruth was 12 years old. And I may tell you, Mrs. Mason, that I cannot remember that I'd ever seen her before. Nor had I expressed any wish to be executor to Hilton's will. However, the farm has been sold and the creditors paid off. But the girl is now a penniless orphan and must work for a living. I need to find a suitable occupation for her. She's a very pretty girl, tall, slender, striking face, dark eyebrows and lashes, fair complexion and beautiful dark brown curls. It's not always an advantage for a penniless orphan to be possessed of such an appearance.
Miss Hilton's appearance may be to her advantage in my establishment. I shall require her to be appropriately dressed at all times, with at least one frock fit to be seen in the best circles. I am a widow, sir, with 6 children to care for, and I work as hard as my apprentices. Work begins at first light and continues until it is completed to my satisfaction. I require every one of them to be God-fearing, modest and diligent. Sunday is a day of rest for me, when I take my children to visit my father. My young ladies are then free to visit their friends and families who will no doubt welcome them. Those who do not avail themselves of such hospitality may remain here. They may breakfast in my parlour, after which that door is closed against them. No dinner is provided and no fires are lighted on Sundays. I require that they attend church morning and afternoon without fail if they remain here. I will not tolerate any misbehaviour or breaking of my rules in my absence. Miss Hilton sounds quite a suitable girl. It's a 5-year apprenticeship. The premium's paid annually in advance.
Thank you, Mrs. Mason. It was a fortunate day indeed when I heard of you. You will find Ruth a diligent apprentice. I have instructed her carefully in the ways of self-reliance and economy, and I hope and believe she will be a credit to you.
Young ladies, it is now 2 o'clock. There will be an interval allowed of half an hour. Martha shall bring you some bread, cheese and beer. You will be so good as to eat it standing away from the dresses and to have your hands washed, ready for work when I return.
Ruth, love, you must have some supper. You don't know yet how it helps you through the night.
One run, one blow of fresh air would do me more good.
Not such a night as this.
Why not on such a night as this, Jenny? Oh, at home I've many a time run up the lane all the way to the mill just to see the icicles hang on the great wheel. And once when I was out, I could hardly find it in my heart to come in, even to Mother sitting by the fire. Oh, Jenny, admit that you never saw those dismal, tumble-down old houses out there look half so beautiful as they do now, that covering of snow. And if they're so improved, think what trees and grass and ivy must look like on a night like this.
I've been here too long to admire the winter. It's a cold and dismal time. My cough is so much worse than usual. But I'm glad you find such pleasure in a commonplace frosty night. She's like a stitch.
Back to work, all of you. It is particularly important that you exert yourselves tonight. Tomorrow night the hunt ball takes place. I've promised that the dresses will be delivered tomorrow morning, without fail. So back to work, all of you. And there are to be no mistakes made.
The coldest, darkest part of the room. But I like it the best. This is my chosen corner. I can look up from my sewing and see that beautiful wall opposite. The whole of this miserable place must have been like that once. No commonplace shop downstairs. Just the great curved oak staircase lighted by the stained glass windows. No bare, shabby workroom at the top of the stairs, but a grand drawing room with sea green panels picked out in white and gold. Those painted flowers, so real looking you can almost smell them.
You may stop working now. I may as well inform you that I have been requested this year, as on previous occasions, to allow some of my young people to attend in the antechamber of the assembly room with sandal ribbon, pins and such little matters ready to repair any accidental injury to the ladies' dresses. I shall send 4 of the most diligent. Now you must all go to bed.
How shall I get through 5 years of these terrible nights? That stifling room, the sound of the thread eternally going backwards and forwards.
It won't always be like tonight. We often get to bed by 10 o'clock. Come, let me unfasten you.
What's the use of undressing? You must be up and at work again in 3 hours.
And in 3 hours you can get a good deal of sleep if you undress and go to bed properly. There we are.
Oh, I wish I was not so cross and impatient. I don't think I used to be.
Most girls get impatient at first, but it goes off and they don't care much for anything after a while. By and by, you won't mind the closeness of the room. You're worn out tonight, or you wouldn't have minded the sound of the needle. I never hear it. Poor child, she's asleep already. I wish I could sleep like that. Can't sleep, can't rest. Tightness in my side much worse than usual. Perhaps I should mention it in my letters home. No, I mustn't. The premiums father had to pay, all the others to be cared for. I must bear on. When it's warmer, the pain and the cough will go away. I must look after myself, sleep and rest.
Miss Sutton, Miss Jennings, Miss Booth and Miss Hilton, you will see that you are ready to accompany me to the Shire Hall by 8 o'clock this evening.
Oh, but if you please, Mrs. Mason, I was not one of the most diligent. I'm afraid I believe I was not diligent at all. I was very tired. I couldn't help thinking, and when I think, I can't attend to my work.
Well, my dear, you must learn to think and work too. Or if you cannot do both, you must leave off thinking.
But I ought not to go, Ma'am. Jenny, Miss Wood was far more industrious, and many of the others.
Miss Hilton, I am not accustomed to have my decisions questioned. What I say, I mean, and I have my reasons. So sit down, if you please, and be ready by 8. Not a word more.
Did you see her face? Jenny, you ought to have gone, not me.
Shh, I couldn't go because of my cough. And Mrs. Mason was always going to choose you because you were so beautiful, so graceful. You will be a credit to the house.
I know I must be pretty because people keep telling me so, but I wish.
And I would much rather give it up to you than anyone if it were mine to give. You must tell me every bit about it when you come home tonight.
I wanted to go so much. And now I shall really hear a band and see the inside of that beautiful Shire Hall.
Is that your best frock, Miss Hilton?
Yes, Ma'am. It's my Sunday black silk.
Oh, indeed. Then it will have to do. However, Miss Hilton, I think you should write and ask your guardian to send you money for another gown.
Oh, I do not think he would send any if I wrote. He was angry when I wanted a shawl when the cold weather set.
That will do. Take your place.
Oh, Mr. Bellingham, please could you take me to the room where the assistants are? My gown is torn.
My pleasure, Miss Duncombe. And here is the little seamstress who can repair it for you.
How may I assist you, Ma'am?
This nosegay of flowers that looks at my gown has fallen off in the dance and my gown is trailing.
Shall I leave you? Is my absence necessary?
Oh, no. A few stitches will set it all to rights. Besides, I dare not go back into the ballroom by myself. Make haste, don't keep me an hour.
She is very pretty. Those sparkling black eyes. And he is young and elegant.
Oh, that lovely galop. How I long to dance to it. Will it never be done?
I cannot darn the rent in your dress with this continual motion.
Ma'am, could I ask you to stand still, please?
He is smiling at her airs and graces. Oh, he's looking in my direction. Look away, Ruth. Attend to your sewing.
What a bewitching little smile. No, don't hide your face away from me. What a contrast. The kneeling figure dressed in black up to the throat, and the artificial girl, haughty as a queen on her throne.
Oh, Mr. Bellingham, I'm ashamed to detain you so long. I had no idea anyone could have spent so much time over a little tear. No wonder Mrs. Mason charges so much for dressmaking if her workwomen are so slow.
I am sorry I have been so long, Ma'am. I was afraid it might tear out again if I did not do it carefully.
I'd rather have had it torn than have missed that charming galop. Shall we go, Mr. Bellingham?
Allow me, Miss Duncombe, to give this camellia in your name to the young lady as thanks for her dexterous help.
Oh, of course.
Thank you, sir.
Ruth, what was the matter with Miss Duncombe? Why did she come here?
Her lace was torn, Bessie, and I mended it.
Did Mr. Bellingham come with her? They say he's going to be married to her. Did he come here too?
Yes, he did.
Look, they're dancing. Oh, how beautifully they dance together. Mr. Bellingham's looking this way. He's looking at us. Oh, no, he isn't. He's staring at you, Ruth. Where did you get that flower you've pinned on your dress?
Was it not kind of him, Jenny? You can't think how nicely he did it. Just when I was a little bit mortified by Miss Duncombe's ungracious ways, this camellia was on the table beside him and he picked it up and he gave it to me. I pinned it to my dress. I think he saw it there.
It was very nice indeed. Such a beautiful flower. Oh, I wish it had some scent.
I wish it to be exactly as it is. It's perfect. So pure. Who is Mr. Bellingham?
He's a son to that Mrs. Bellingham of the Priory. She's a very wealthy lady. She's always doing good works. Mr. Bellingham has his own house nearby that his father left to him. There's gossip of his misdoings at college and in town, but there will always be talk about such a handsome young man. Oh, they say his mother Fanny dotes upon her son and watches over his every move. We made her that grey satin pelisse.
Well, that was before my time.
I shall put my beautiful flower where I can look at it all night long.
Miss Hilton, where have you put the blue Persian silk? Whenever things are mislaid, I know it has been Miss Hilton's evening for tidying up.
Miss Hilton was going out last night, so I offered to clear the work from Fora. I will find it directly, ma'am.
Oh, I am well aware of Miss Hilton's custom of shuffling off her duties upon anyone who can be induced to relieve her of them. And where is the skirt of Lady Farnham's dress? The flounce is not put on yet. I am surprised. May I ask to whom this work was entrusted yesterday?
I was to have done it, but I made a mistake and I had to undo it. I'm very sorry.
I might have guessed. When I come back, I want to find it made perfect. Fanny Barton, you will do the errands today. Here is the list.
Never mind the old dragon. Don't cry, Ruthie. You mustn't care a straw for what she says.
Ruth, suppose you go out instead of Fanny to do the errands. The fresh air will do you good. Fanny, you know you hate the cold east winds. And Ruth is always saying she enjoys frost and snow and shivery weather.
Oh, to be as free in spirit as that boy. paddling his wash-tub boat so bravely in the creek, not a care in the world. And the other children, blue with cold, cheering him on.
No! No! Don't stand up! Don't stand up, you silly boy! You'll overturn! Help! Somebody help! Help! He'll drown! The river's carrying him away!
Oh!
Mr. Bellingham! Is he dead, sir?
I think not.
Give him to me, sir. I do not think lying across your horse like that is the best position for him to recover consciousness. If he will.
Is he your brother? Do you know him?
No, sir. Oh, his hand is twitching. He's alive. Oh, sir, he's alive. Whose boy is he?
He's old Nellie Brownson's, her grandson.
We must take him into a house directly. Is his home far off?
No, it's just over there.
Why don't you go for a doctor at once and bring him to the old woman's house without delay?
That face. The pretty little seamstress.
Oh, dear heart. He's the last of them all, and he's gone afore me.
Nonsense. The boy's alive and likely to live.
Oh,
What a confounded time these people are fetching the doctor. I've no more time to waste here. May I trouble you with one thing?
Yes, sir.
Will you be so good as to see that the little fellow has all that he wants?
Yes, sir.
If you'll allow me, I'll leave you my purse.
Oh, I shall not want so much, really, sir. 1 sovereign will be plenty, more than enough. May I take that out, and I'll give you back what is left when I see you again. Oh, or perhaps I'd better send it you.
I think you'd better keep it all at present. Oh, what a horrid, dirty place this is. Insufferable. You mustn't stay here. You'll be poisoned with this abominable air. Come over to the door, I beg you. Well, if you think 1 sovereign is enough, I will take my purse. Only remember, you must apply to me if you think they want more.
Yes, sir.
Those eyes. I didn't see them last night. She never once looked up at me like this. So innocent, so earnest, so deep. And when she lowers those white veiling eyelids, her face is even lovelier.
Now, I think it'd be better for you to keep the purse. Many things may be wanted for the lad, which we cannot calculate now. I shall perhaps see you again in a few days, and if there's any money left, you can give it back. Is there any chance of my meeting you again in this house?
I hope to come whenever I can, sir. But I can only come in errand times, and I don't know when my turn will be.
Ah. Well, I should like to know how you think the boy's going on, if it's not giving you too much trouble. Do you ever take walks?
Not for walking's sake, sir.
Well, you go to church, I suppose. Mrs. Mason doesn't keep you at work on Sundays, I trust.
Oh, no, sir. I go to church regularly.
Well, be so good as to tell me what church you go to, and I'll meet you there next Sunday afternoon.
St. Nicholas's, sir. I will take care and bring you word how the boy is.
Thank you. Remember, I trust you.
I will keep a faithful account of how much money I spent.
To be there. Seems rather strange, but we have no one to introduce us. My name is Bellingham. Yours is?
Ruth Hilton, sir.
Sunday then, Ruth.
sir, when will the doctor
My good
arrive?
woman, could you not keep your place a little neater and cleaner? It's more fit for pigs than human beings. The air in this room is offensive, and the dirt and filth is really disgraceful. See to it. Sunday, Ruth.
Yes, sir.
Who might yon be that knows no better manners than to come into a poor woman's house to abuse it? Fit for pigs, indeed. What do you call young fella?
He is Mr. Bellingham. He rode into the water to save your grandson's life. I thought that they would both be swept away by the current. It was so strong.
The river's none so deep either. Someone else would have saved him if that fine young spark had never been there. God watches over orphans. One else had picked him out. The one who comes into a poor body's house only to abuse it.
He didn't come in only to abuse it. He came with little Tommy. He only said it was not quite as clean as it might be.
Oh, you're taking up the cry, are you? Wait till you're an old woman like me, crippled with rheumatiz, and a lad to see after like Tom.
Oh, here is the doctor at last. Now we shall know for sure what little Tom needs.
Ruth, where have you been? You've been so long.
I have had such an adventure. I'll tell you all about it later. But I am in despair at my stupidity.
When I got to the shop, I found I'd lost all the patterns and I couldn't match the colours. I'm sure I've bought all the wrong things. Oh, Mrs. Mason will scold me dreadfully. Is she back yet?
She's in the bedroom. Jenny was taken dreadfully ill. She couldn't catch her breath. We had to put her to bed.
No.
Miss Hilton, at last. How can it take so long for anyone but a fool to do a few simple errands? And now Miss Wood has taken to her bed. How I am supposed to manage without my forewoman, I do not know. Miss Jennings, will you please go and fetch a doctor? Now! The rest of you, get back to work. Miss Sutton, you will work on the ball gown Miss Wood has left unfinished. Oh, it is most inconsiderate of her. Her mother must be sent for to come and take her home.
Mrs. Mason, until her mother comes, I would gladly nurse Jenny.
Certainly not, Miss Hilton. Even you cannot be spared. Hands unskilful in fine, delicate work will do well enough to tend the sick. Now, back to work, all of you. We have wasted enough time.
Miss Hilton, I believe.
Sir!
How's our little sailor going on? Recovered, I trust, from the symptoms of the other day?
Oh, sir, I believe he's quite well. I'm very sorry, but I've not been able to go and see him. I cannot help it. We have an illness in the house and it makes us very busy. Here's your purse, sir. I'm afraid I can do nothing more for him. I'm very sorry I have done so little,
Oh,
sir.
I'm sure you've done all you could. It was thoughtless of me to add to your responsibilities. I shall see you next Sunday, then.
Yes, sir.
Why am I so fascinated by her? She's exquisitely beautiful, but I've known others equally beautiful who know how to make the most of their charms. Miss Duncombe. Yes, my dear mother, I know you're anxious for me to marry her. But I'm to be married 10 years hence. What man wants to be trapped into a marriage at 23? Not I. I shall please myself. Ruth. The grace and loveliness of a woman and the naivety and innocence of a child. Like a timid fawn. Oh, it would be an exquisite delight to attract and tame her wildness. But I must not startle her by overbold admiration or a rash, passionate word. I must resist the temptation, if I can, to walk the whole way home with her after church next Sunday. I don't want to frighten away my little fawn.
Thanks to her mother's tender care and the doctor's ministrations, Miss Wood is well enough to go home. Her illness, although its severity has been mitigated, is likely to be long and tedious. We do not know when she will return to work.
Oh, what shall I do without gentle, wise Jenny to help me? Dear Lord, may she be well again soon. These dreary Sundays will be worse than work days without her. Unless I see him, and he has a few friendly words for me. Will I ever see him again? Why am I still so childish and awkward? It is very provoking that I behave so rudely to him with my short answers. I'm not doing any wrong walking alongside someone as kind and good as Mr. Bellingham. If he ever speaks to me again, I'll not think of what people might say and enjoy the pleasure of his kind words and interest in me. But it's very likely he'll never notice me again.
I suggest that instead of going straight home through the high street, we take the path through the meadows.
Oh, sir, I don't think I
It would be a pity to waste such a rare spring day.
Oh, how beautiful the sun is when it is so low. The trees look as if they're made of gold, rising out of the mist. How strange that I should feel that this afternoon's walk is somehow not exactly wrong, but yet not right. I am not defrauding Mrs. Mason of any of her time. I can go where I like on Sundays.
I've been to church, so I've done my duty. If I'd gone on this walk with Jenny, I wonder if I'd feel as I do now. There must be something wrong with me to feel so guilty when I've done nothing which is not right. And this charming walk makes me feel happy, which Mamma used to say was a sign that pleasures were innocent and good for us. Thank you, sir, for bringing me to this lovely meadow. The primroses, the brook, the celandines. I'll think of them when Mrs. Mason goes into a rage with me, and it may make it easier for me to bear her anger.
I declare that my mother shall never have another gown made by such a tyrant, and I will prevent all my acquaintances going to such a cruel dressmaker.
Oh, please, sir, don't be so angry. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sure I'm very provoking. I often have to undo my work because I've done it so badly. You can't think how it spoils the silk to be unpicked. Don't speak to your mother, please, sir. Mrs. Mason thinks so much of Mrs. Bellingham's custom.
Well, I won't this time, but if she ever does it again, I'll not answer for myself.
I will take care and not tell you again, sir.
Ruth, you are not going to have secrets from me. Go on telling me everything that happens to you, as you would to a brother. You cannot think how much interest I take in all your interests. I fancy I can see that charming home at Millham you told me about last Sunday. I can almost imagine Mrs. Mason's workroom. That surely is proof of the strength of my imagination, or your powers of description.
It is indeed, sir. Our workroom must be so different to anything you ever saw. I think you must have passed through Millham, often on your way to Lowford.
On the left-hand side of the road, is it?
Yes, sir. Just over the bridge, and up the hill where the elm trees meet overhead and make a green shade. Then comes the dear old Grange that I shall never see again.
Well, nonsense, Ruth. It's only 6 miles off. You may see it any day. You could walk her. If we set off at 2, we could be there by 4, or say 4:30, and we could stay 2 hours and then come leisurely home.
Would it be right, sir? It would be such a great pleasure. It must in some way be wrong.
Oh, why, you little goose? What can be wrong with it?
I shall miss church by sitting out at 2.
Well, only for once. You'll have been there in the morning.
I wonder if Mrs. Mason would allow it.
No, I dare say not. But you don't mean to be governed by Mrs. Mason's notions of right and wrong? Come, Ruth, judge for yourself. The pleasure is perfectly innocent. It's not a selfish pleasure, either. I shall enjoy it to the full as much as you will. Seeing the places where you spent your childhood, I shall love them almost as much as you do. Ah, Millham Grange. There you are, Ruthie.
We should go round to the back door, sir. Our old servant Thomas and Mary, his wife, were going to live in the back part of the house until it was let.
Why art thou so vexed, O my soul? And why art thou disquieted within me? O put thy trust in God, for I will yet thank him, which is the help of my countenance and my God.
Thomas!
God bless thee, lass. God bless thee. My old eyes are glad to see thee.
And is Mary well? Where is she?
She's none back from church yet. She has stopped on for tea and a gossip. I don't hear so well now, so I stay here and read the Psalms for myself.
Have I come all this way to stand by and watch my Ruth being so tenderly familiar with this meanly dressed, horny-handed day labourer? Oh, the dark, damp-smelling kitchen, neglected grass-grown farmyard.
And who's yon? Your missus's son, I reckon. He's a spruce young chap, anyhow.
Hush, Thomas, pray hush.
Ignorant old fool. Do I look as if I could be Mrs. Mason's son? I could be very angry were it not so ridiculous.
Sir, would you like to see Mamma's little garden by the front entrance? Many people thought it very pretty.
Why does that old man follow us about with that mournful expression on his face? It's excessively impertinent of him.
Oh, don't call old Thomas impertinent. He's so good and kind. He's like a father to me. I remember when I was a child, he used to tell me stories out of the Pilgrim's Progress. And he taught me to suck up milk through a straw. Mamma was very fond of him too. He used to sit with us in the evenings when Papa was away at the market, for Mamma was rather afraid of having no man in the house.
He would take me on his knee and listen just as attentively as I did, while Mamma read aloud.
You don't mean to say you have sat upon that old fellow's knee?
Oh, yes. Many and many a time. Oh, look at the jasmine. It was Mamma's favourite flower. Goodbye, dear Thomas. Tell Mary I'll make her such a fine gown as soon as ever I set up for myself. It shall be all in the fashion with big gigot sleeves. She won't know herself. Mind you tell her that.
Aye, that I will, lass. She'll be pleased to hear you haven't forgotten your merry old ways. The Lord bless thee. The Lord lift up the light of his countenance upon thee. My dear, remember, the devil goeth about as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Remember that, Ruth.
I will, Thomas. Goodbye.
I misdoubt that young fellow, though. For all she called him a real gentleman and checked me when I asked if he was her sweetheart. If his are not sweetheart's looks, I've forgotten all my young days.
Just a bit further now. Over the top of the hill, we'll reach the road. Oh, careful now. Give me your hand. And the gorse doesn't tear your dress. Now, if I remember right, there's a quiet, comfortable little inn there for weary travellers. And we can sit on the benches outside and you can delight in the sunset and the view. And so can I. Ah, yes, I was right. Here we are.
Oh, look at that little pond down there. We couldn't see it while we were climbing. So many birds playing in the water. Oh, sir, 8 o'clock. Can it be so late?
I shouldn't have thought it possible. Never mind, you'll be home long before 9. There's a shorter way I know through the fields. Just wait here a moment while I go inside and ask the exact way.
Oh, Mrs. Mason.
Come here, Miss Hilton. Never, ever attempt to show your face at my house again after this conduct. I saw you and your spark far away from home at this time of the evening, outside a public house, on the public highway, brazenly holding hands for all to see. I'll have no slurs on the character of my apprentices. Don't say a word. I saw enough. I shall write and tell your guardian tomorrow.
Dearest Ruth! Ruth! Ruth, are you ill? Speak, darling. My love, please, speak to me.
Oh, did you see her? Did you hear what she said?
She who, my darling? Don't sob so, Ruth. Tell me what it is. Who's been near you? Who's been speaking to you to make you cry so?
Mrs. Mason.
Are you sure? I was only away 5 minutes.
Oh, yes, sir, I'm quite sure. She was so angry. She said I must never show my face there again. There's nowhere I can go. Oh, what shall I do? She's going to write to my guardian. Oh, I have been so wicked. Every door will be closed against me. Sir.
It is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate, you see. I did not like to tell you before, but I believe I have business, in fact, which obliges me to go to town tomorrow, to London, I mean, and I don't know when I shall be able to return.
To London? Are you going away? Oh, Mr. Bellingham!
Oh, I can hardly bear the idea of leaving you, my own Ruth, in such distress. Where on earth can you go? From all you've told me of Mrs. Mason, I do not think she's likely to change her mind. Oh, my darling, I cannot leave you here without a home. Ruth, would you go to London with me? You must come with me, love, and trust me. Will you come with me? Do you not love me enough to trust me? I may have to join my mother in Paris. I don't know when I shall see you again. Oh, Ruth, I cannot bear this. Your sorrow is absolute pain to me, but it is worse to feel how indifferent you are, how little you care about our separation.
What can I do? Mr. Bellingham, you should help me, but instead you only bewilder me.
Bewilder you? It seems so clear to me. What is more natural, more right, than that you should throw yourself upon the care of one who loves you dearly, who would go through fire and water for you. Unless, as I suspect, you do not care for him. If so, Ruth, if you do not care for me, we had better part. I will leave you at once. Ruth, do you love me at all? Yeah. Was that you said, love? Was it that you do love me? Oh, my darling, you do. I can tell by the trembling of this little hand. Then you will not suffer for me to go away alone and unhappy?
Don't leave me, please, sir. I have no friend but you. Please don't leave me. But tell me what I must do.
If you will trust me, I will do my best for you. Now, Mrs. Mason will write to your guardian, giving him her own exaggerated account. He throws you off. I, who could at least comfort you a little, might be able to befriend you through my mother, perhaps, am away, far away, for an indefinite time. What I advise is this. You come with me into this little inn. I will order tea for you, and I will go home for the carriage. I will return in an hour at the latest, and then we are together, come what may. That is enough for me. Is it not for you, Ruth? Oh, say yes. Say it ever so low, but give me the delight of hearing it. Ruth. Say yes.
Yes.
Oh, how you tremble, my darling. You're cold, my love. Come into the house and I'll order tea directly and be off.
How long since he went? Oh, it's so hot in here. Oh, the scent of that little rose bush. Just like the one under Mamma's parlour window. If I close my eyes, I can see Thomas in her little garden leaning on his stick, watching me. Not 3 hours ago. Dear old Thomas. He and Mary would take me in, I think. They would love me all the more if I were cast off. And Mr. Bellingham would know where to find me if I stayed at Milham Grange. Would it be better to go to them and ask their advice? I wonder if he would be sorry. I couldn't bear that. He's been so kind to me. He could come with me, and I could talk over what I should do with the 3 best friends I have in the world. Oh, sir, I want you to take me to Milham Grange. Old Thomas will give me a home.
Well, dearest, we'll talk of that in the carriage. I'm sure you'll listen to reason. If you want to go to Milham, you must get in the carriage.
Sir, is this the road to Milham?
No, I have a better idea.
Oh, Jenny Morgan, you are strangely altered if you can turn out an old friend on such an evening as this. Pentravolis is 20 miles across the bleakest mountain road I ever saw.
Indeed, sir, and I didn't know you. Mr. Bellingham, I believe. Pentravolis is not above 18 miles, and we're quite full indeed, more's the pity.
Well, Jenny, to oblige me, an old friend, you can find lodgings out for some of your people. That house across the way, for instance.
Indeed, sir, and it's at liberty. Perhaps you would not mind lodging there yourself.
No, Jenny, I'm staying here. I know the dirt of those rooms of old. Persuade someone who's not an old friend to move across. Say I'd written beforehand to bespeak the rooms. I know you can manage it.
Well, I'll see. If you and the lady will just step into the back parlour, and I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Is there a fire? If not, one must be lighted at once. Come on, Ruthie, come along.
And she's not his wife, that's as clear as day. His wife would have brought her maid and given herself twice as many airs about the sitting rooms, while this poor miss never opened her mouth, still as a mouse. Well, young men will be young men, and as long as their fathers and mothers shut their eyes, it's none of my business to go asking questions. Now, he paid very well before. The gentleman and lady who are only staying till Saturday at the outside, I can send them over the way. And if they left tomorrow, it would be no great loss.
I didn't know you'd been here before, sir.
Yes, 3 years ago I was on a reading party. We were here for 2 months or so. attracted by Jenny's oddities and kind heart, but finally driven away by the insufferable dirt. But for a week or two it won't signify.
But I thought I heard her say the house is full.
I dare say it is.
Well, couldn't we go to the house on the other side, sir?
Have our meals carried across to us half warm, and no one on hand to scold for the bad cooking. You don't know these out-of-the-way Welsh inns yet, Ruthie.
I only thought it seemed rather unfair.
Really, Ruth, one would think you've never seen a shower of rain before. For the last 2 hours, all you've had to say is, "Oh, how beautiful," or, "There's another cloud coming across Mole Wind." Go out before dinner and see you come back with something amusing to tell me. Little blockhead. Give me a kiss and be gone.
The water is very rapid and those stepping stones are so far apart. Perhaps I can help you. Will you take my hand?
Oh, thank you, sir.
Will you allow me to accompany you if you're going the round by Cumdee, as I imagine you are? The handrail is blown away from the little wooden bridge by the storm last night. The rush of the waters below may make you dizzy, and it is really dangerous to fall there.
You're very kind, sir.
Last night I went to the higher waterfalls. They are most splendid.
Did you go out in all that rain?
Oh, yes. Rain never hinders me from walking. Indeed, it gives a new beauty to a country like this. Besides, my time for excursions is so short, I can't afford to waste a day.
And you don't live here?
No, my home's very different. I live in a busy town. I have an annual holiday, which I generally spend in Wales.
It is a beautiful country.
Yes, indeed. I've been inoculated by an old innkeeper at Conway with a love for its people and history and traditions. I've picked up enough of the language to understand many of their legends. For instance, I dare say you don't know what makes this foxglove bend and sway so gracefully.
Well, I thought it was the wind.
Well, the Welsh tell you that it's sacred to the fairies, and it recognises all spiritual beings who pass by and bows in deference to them. Its Welsh name is Maneg Etlitlin, the good people's glove, and hence, I imagine, our folks' glove, or foxglove.
It's a very pretty fancy.
And here we are at the bridge. Give me a hand, and I'll help you to cross the stream.
He seemed to appear from nowhere. I was so startled I thought he must be a dwarf from the mountain. I was ashamed of myself when I saw that he had an infirmity that bent him almost double. Oh, he was such a kind gentleman. But after he'd helped me across the bridge, he bowed and hurried off down the path before I had time to thank him.
Ah, amusing little adventure for you, my love. And now, after that tolerable dinner, I shall take a saunter forth myself with a cigar. Ruth, I've seen your little hunchback. It looks like something out of a fairy tale. He's not a gentleman, though. His name's Benson. If it had not been for his deformity, I shouldn't have made him out from your description. You called him a gentleman.
And don't you, sir?
Oh, no. He looks really shabby, seedy. Lodging, too, the ostler told me, over that horrible candle and cheese shop, the smell of which is insufferable 20 yards off. No gentleman can endure it. He must be a traveller or artist or something of the kind.
Did you see his face, sir?
No, but a man's back, his tout ensemble, has character enough in it to decide his rank.
His face was very singular. Quite beautiful. Oh, sir, look at the heron by the pool. So still. Oh, and gone so fast. Oh, there are water lilies over there. I must go and get some.
No, I'll go and get them for you. You sit still, Ruth. There on the grass. Let me take off your bonnet and put these flowers in your hair. Your face, flushed like a rose in June. Heavy white flowers drooping either side of your beautiful head. Your hair disordered. So lovely. There, Ruth. Now you'll do. Come and look at yourself in the pond. Here, where there are no weeds. Don't speak. Just look. At the water lilies in your hair.
That's enough for one evening. You'll never be a card player, my love. Oh. Do you know, little goose, your blunders have made me laugh myself into one of the worst headaches I've had for years. Oh, that needs to lie down. Oh, my head. Oh.
Let me put my cool hands on your forehead. That used to do poor Mamma good. Will you go to bed, sir?
No. I can't move. Ow, that light hurts my eyes. Put out the candles. Stay with me.
Mrs. Morgan, I'm afraid Mr. Bellingham is very ill. I don't think he knew me all through the night. He's strange and wild this morning. What must I do?
Don't cry, miss. That'll do no good. I'll send for Mr. Jones, my dear, and we'll have him here in a couple of hours, please God.
Oh, can't he be here sooner?
Dear, no, he lives at Llanglass, 7 miles away, and he might be out on a round. I'll send a boy on the pony directly.
Ruth, come here! I won't be left alone.
How is he, Mr. Jones?
I'm afraid this is a bad case. A brain fever has evidently set in. We must hope for the best, Mrs. Morgan. Who is to attend on him? Is that young lady his sister? She doesn't look old enough to be his wife.
No, indeed. Gentlemen like you must know that we can't always look too closely into the ways of young men who come to our houses. I'm sorry for her. She's an innocent, inoffensive young creature. I always think it right for my own morals to put a bit of scorn into my manners when such as her come to stay here. But indeed she's so gentle, I found it hard work to show the proper contempt. Come in.
I wish you, sir, to be so kind as to tell me clearly and distinctly what I must do for Mr. Bellingham. You spoke about leeches. I can put them on and see about them. Tell me everything, sir, that you wish to have done, and I will do it.
She is an uncommon young lady, is that one? But she's too young to have the responsibility of such a serious case. Have you any idea where his friends live, Mrs. Morgan?
Indeed I have. His mother, as haughty a lady as you would wish to seek him travelling through Wales last year. She stopped, yeah? Nothing was good enough for her. I've had several letters from her. Her maid was almost as fine as her mistress, and such
Well, I should recommend you writing to the lady and telling her her son's state.
It would be a favour, Mr. Jones, if you would write it you herself. English writing comes so strange to my pen.
Oh, if you please, will you tell me how he is? Do you think I may go back to him?
No, indeed you may not. Nest, who made his room tidy these many days, is not fit to go in now. Mrs. Bellingham has brought the family nurse, Mr. Bellingham's man, and a tribe of servants and packages. Waterbeds and a doctor coming from London tomorrow. Featherbeds and Mr. Jones aren't good enough. She won't let a soul of us into the room.
How is he?
How can I tell? I'm not allowed near him. Mr. Jones said tonight was a turning point, but I doubt it. It's 4 days since he was taken ill, and who ever heard of a sick person taking a turn on an even number of days?
She should not wear that rustling gown in the sick room. It will disturb his rest.
How is he, madam? For the love of God, madam, how is he? Will he live?
He has slept well. He will live.
Oh, my God, I thank thee.
Young woman, if you have any propriety or decency left, I trust you will not dare to force yourself into his room.
When he is well enough, when he wants me, he will send for me to care for him.
Henry, there is something I must speak to you about. An unpleasant subject, certainly, but one which has been forced upon me by the very girl herself. You must be aware to what I refer, without giving me the pain of explaining myself. Of course, It was my wish to be blind to the whole affair. But as you can imagine, Mrs. Mason has blazoned it abroad. All Fordham rings with it. Of course, it would not be pleasant, or indeed correct, for me to be aware that a person of such improper character was under the same roof.
Ruth is not an improper character, Mother. You do her an injustice.
My dear boy, you don't mean to uphold her as a paragon of virtue.
No, Mother, but I led her wrong.
We will let all discussions into the cause of her present character drop, if you please. As I have implied, I do not wish to ascertain your share of the blame. I suppose you are not so lost to all sense of propriety to imagine it fit or desirable that your mother and this degraded girl should remain under the same roof. I ask you a simple question. Is it, or is it not, desirable?
I suppose it isn't.
And I suppose from your manner that you think the difficulty would be best solved by my taking my departure and leaving you with your vicious companion.
Mother, you're not helping me in my difficulty. I've no desire to banish or hurt you after all your care for me. Ruth has not been as much to blame as you imagined, that I must say. But I do not wish to see her again. If you can tell me how to arrange it without behaving unhandsomely. Only spare me all this worry when I am so weak I'd put myself in your hands. Dismiss her as you wish, but let it be done handsomely, and let me hear no more about it. I cannot bear it. Let me have a quiet life without being lectured while I'm pent up here.
My dear Henry, rely on me.
No more, Mother. It's a bad business. I can hardly avoid blaming myself. I don't want to dwell on it.
Don't be too severe in your self-reproaches while you are so feeble, dear Henry. It is right to repent, but I have no doubt in my own mind that she led you wrong with her artifices. But, as you say, everything should be done handsomely. Well, I'll say no more about the girl, since I see it displeases you. But I am thankful to God that you see the error of your ways.
Mother, this affair worries me to death. I cannot shake off the thoughts of it.
Leave it to me. I'll arrange it satisfactorily.
Can we not leave tonight? I shouldn't be so haunted by this annoyance in another place. I dread seeing her again because I fear a scene. And yet I believe I ought to see her, to explain.
You must not think of such a thing, Henry. We will leave in half an hour and try to get to Pentrivulus tonight. It's not yet 3, and the evenings are very long. Simpson can stay and finish the packing and then meet us in London. MacDonald and Nurse can go with us. Could you bear 20 miles, do you think?
There's a note for you from Mrs. Bellingham.
Oh, thank you.
My son, on recovering from his illness, is, I thank God, happily conscious of the sinful way in which he has been living with you. By his earnest desire, and in order to avoid seeing you again, we are on the point of leaving this place. But, before I go, I wish to exhort you to repentance, and to remind you that you will not have your own guilt alone upon your head, but that of any young man whom you may succeed in entrapping into vice. I shall pray that you may turn to an honest life, and I strongly recommend you to enter some penitentiary. In accordance with my son's wishes, I forward you in this envelope a banknote of £50. Margaret Bellingham.
Oh, no, I can overtake them. Speak one farewell word to him. No. If he sees me, he'll come back. He'll not leave me. He will not.
Use the side door. You know to go out the front door. There'll be a scandal.
If I can just get to the top of the hill, I'll be able to run down to the road and overtake them. Pray God I see his face once more, even if I die on the spot before him. Nothing. It's too late. Let me die now. Let me sleep and never wake from this horrible dream. Or perhaps I've been too hasty. The letter. There may be some words of explanation from him on the other side of the page. I will go and find the letter. No, I must hide. Here by the hedge. Crouch down. No one must see me.
Dear child, what is wrong? Are you hurt? May I be of assistance?
He has left me, sir. Sir. Sir, he has indeed. He has gone and left me.
Oh, my dear God. For Christ's sake, pity her.
In episode 1 of Ruth by Elizabeth Gaskell, Laura Rees was Ruth, Anton Lesser, Benson, and Rory Kinnear, Bellingham. Mrs. Mason was Abigail Thaw, Nellie and Mrs. Bellingham, Alison Skilbeck. Thomas, Ruth's guardian and Mr. Jones, Richard Hope. Miss Duncombe and Jenny Morgan, Amy Cowan. Bessie, Daisy Ashford, and Jenny, Helen Jenkinson. Ruth, by Elizabeth Gaskell, was directed by Ellen Dryden and is a First Rights radio production for BBC Radio 4.
You're listening to the Mystical Magpie channel. Please subscribe.
We present Anne Reid, Anton Lesser, and Rory Kinnear in Ruth by Elizabeth Gaskell, dramatised by Ellen Dryden, with Laura Rees as Ruth. Episode 2.
My dear sister, you must come to this place immediately. I earnestly need you and your advice. I have no time for explanation, but I'm sure you will not refuse me. Dear Faith, do not fail me. Your affectionate brother, Thurston Benson.
Thurston, you're looking very pale. Have you had the old pain in your back again?
No, a little. Never mind that. There is a young woman.
This is nothing romantic, I hope. I cannot stand romance. I always mistrust it.
I don't know what you mean by romance. No, this story is real enough. And not uncommon, I'm afraid. This young woman, whose name I do not know, is lying ill upstairs here. I want you to nurse her.
I'm afraid you're letting someone impose on you. Don't try my patience too much.
Hear me out, please, Faith. I've seen her on 3 occasions and spoken with her but twice. I saw her first out walking in the hills. I guided her across the bridge over the ravine. The river was swollen, the current very fast, and the handrail broken. She seemed no more than an innocent, joyful child. And I saw her again as she came out of the inn. Jenny Morgan's place, you know. At the same time as a nursemaid who was taking a walk with a baby and a little boy. The girl stopped to play with the baby, and the boy hit her across the face and told her for all to hear she was a bad, naughty girl. Mamma said so, and she wasn't to kiss baby. She turned away with such a desolate look and saw me watching. There had been disapproving talk in the town of a young gentleman and his companion who was staying at the inn. And it was then I realised that this child must be the young gentleman's mistress. The third time I saw her, I firmly believe she was about to commit suicide. She was crouching in the hedge, distraught, crying out that he'd left her. She suddenly jumped up, such a look of despair on her face, pushed me aside and ran towards the broken bridge. I followed as fast as I could, but she was too quick for me, and I stumbled over a rock and fell. Pain in my back made me cry out. She stopped and came back to help me. Bathed my face with water from the stream, waited till I could get to my feet and help me home. I brought her in to kind Mrs. Hughes. Oh, the child looked as if the shadow of death was upon her. A young girl is very ill and has no one to look after her. She's in the attic room asleep. Will you help her?
Have you sent for a friend?
She has none.
How ill is she?
She doesn't speak, move, or even sigh. Mrs. Hughes thinks she's very ill indeed, perhaps dying.
It would be better for her to die at once, I think.
Faith!
Thurston, dear, let us go to her. Oh, how young she looks. She's quite a child. Poor creature. I shall sit up tonight and watch over her. After all, I owe her something for turning back to help you.
But you mustn't think of sitting up all night after your journey, Faith.
It's no use talking, for I shall. You know, I've never seen mountains before. They oppress me so much I won't be able to sleep. I must stay awake this first night and see that they don't fall on the earth and overwhelm it.
Who are you?
Miss Benson, Mr. Benson's sister.
Who?
Oh, don't be afraid, dear. I'm a friend come to take care of you. Would you like some tea now, my love? The doctor will be here soon.
No, thank you. Nothing. I remember now.
What does the doctor say? Is she better?
Oh, yes, she's better.
What's the matter? You say she's better.
Thurston, there's something so shocking the matter that I cannot tell you. I don't know how to word it. She will have a child. The doctor said so.
Does she know?
Yes, and that's not the worst of it.
What do you mean?
I was just beginning to have a good opinion of her, but I'm afraid she's very depraved. After the doctor had gone, she pulled the bed curtain aside and looked as if she wanted to speak to me. I can't think how she heard, for we were close to the window and spoke very low. Well, I went to her, though, and she whispered quite eagerly, "Did he say I should have a baby?" Of course, I couldn't keep it from her, but I thought it my duty to look as cold and severe as I could. She didn't seem to understand. She just took it as if she had a right to have a baby. She said, "My God, I thank thee. Oh, I will be so good." I really lost patience with her then, so I left the room.
Faith, I don't see this affair quite as you do. And I believe I'm right.
You surprise me, brother. I don't understand you.
I want to make my feelings very clear to you, but I don't know where or how to begin.
Well, it's an extraordinary subject for us to have to talk about. If I once get clear of this girl, I'll wash my hands of all such cases again.
Do you know, I think I rejoice in the child's advent.
You're one of God's ministers, Thurston. May he forgive you. Do you know what you're saying?
Faith, the girl's sin appears to me to be quite distinct from its consequences.
Sophistry.
No, it's not. In God's eyes, she is exactly the same as if the life she has led had left no trace behind. We knew her errors before, Faith.
Yes, but not this disgrace, this badge of her shame.
Faith, let me beg you not to speak so of an innocent baby. What were her first words when you told her, "I will be so good"? If she has been self-seeking and thoughtless, here is the very instrument to make her forget herself and be thoughtful for someone else.
These are new ideas to me, Thurston. I think you're the first person I ever heard rejoicing over the birth of an illegitimate child. It appears to me, I must own, rather questionable morality.
I do not rejoice. All afternoon I've been mourning the sin that has blighted this young life. I've been dreading that as she regained consciousness there would be a return of her suicidal despair.
It would be easier to save her without this child, this miserable offspring of sin.
The world makes such children miserable. I doubt if it's God's will, unless it is his punishment for the parent's guilt. And even then, the world's treatment is too apt to harden the mother's natural love into something like hatred, defiling her holiest instincts. And as for the fathers, God forgive them. I cannot. At least not just now.
Thurston, remember, I'm not convinced. How would you treat this girl according to your theory?
It will require some time and much love to find the best way. I know I'm not very wise, but she has become a mother and will have the direction and guidance of a new, tender life. We should do all we can to strengthen her sense of responsibility for what may become a blessing.
But the child, the poor, poor child, what it will have to struggle through and endure. You remember Thomas Wilkins? And the way he threw the registry of his birth and baptism back in your face. Went to sea and was drowned, rather than present the record of his shame.
I do remember it. It haunts me still. The look on his face when that obnoxious word in the registry told him he must go out into the world branded with every man's hand against him.
But this child, he never know of its illegitimacy, and it could be concealed.
How?
We know so little about her. She has no friends. She could go to a fresh place and be passed off as a widow.
Live a lie before God and man to protect her helpless baby, about to enter a cruel, biting world from the consequences of her weakness. With such a lie. And how could it be managed, Faith?
I must know much more, which she alone can tell us, before I can see how it could be managed. It is certainly the best plan, Thurston.
Perhaps it is.
That young creature's name is Ruth Hilton.
How did you find it out?
Well, from herself, of course. She's much stronger. I slept in her room last night. I was aware that she was awake long before I was ready to speak to her, but at last I did. I think it was a relief for her to talk to me.
Tell me what she said.
She began to talk about her baby, very shyly and with much hesitation. She asked how much I thought she could earn as a dressmaker by working very, very hard. She's thinking of taking lodgings, very cheap ones, and working to earn enough for her child. She said it must never know want. I have deserved suffering, but it will be such an innocent little darling. And the most she could earn would be not more than 7 shillings a week. Oh, Thurston, I wish there was not this prospect of a child. I could see a way that we could help her if it were not for that.
How do you mean?
We could have taken her in and kept her until she got a little dressmaking in the congregation at chapel. But this meddlesome child spoils everything. Think of Mr. Bradshaw. I tremble at the thought of his grim displeasure.
We must think of a higher power than Mr. Bradshaw. Oh, I own I should be a very coward if he knew. He is so inflexible. But he sees so little of us, I don't think he knows what our household consists of.
Not know Sally? Oh, yes, he does. He thinks we should get a much younger and more efficient servant for the money we pay her. And speaking of money, think what our expenses would be if we took her home for the next 6 months.
There is £50.
£50?
Jenny Morgan brought it from the inn. Bellingham's mother wrote a cruel letter to Miss Hilton before they departed in such haste. Her maid had stayed behind to finish the packing and found the letter and a banknote lying on the floor, where the poor child had thrown it before she fled the house in pursuit of the coach. I wrote to his mother, telling her how dangerously ill the girl was and asking if her maid would come and help to look after her, and received a disagreeable reply indicating that the £50 was the end of the matter.
I suppose it is hers.
Yes, and we must not think who gave it to her, but it will defray her expenses. I'm very sorry, but I think we must take it.
It would never do to apply to him under the present circumstances.
No, it wouldn't. If she agrees to let us take care of her, we will never let her stoop to request anything from him, even for his child. We can all live on bread and water rather than that.
Well, then I will speak to her and propose the plan. I hope I'm doing right. Oh, Thurston, you can always persuade me to do anything. I'm so very weak.
Not in this instance. We are both right.
Do you recollect receiving this letter, Ruth, and this banknote?
Yes.
And my brother received this note from Mrs. Bellingham.
Mrs. Bellingham proposes to procure the miserable girl's admission into the Fordham Penitentiary, the best place for such a character. If you please, Miss Benson, I should like to return this money.
Why, my dear?
I have a strong feeling against taking it. While he loved me, he gave me many things. My watch, many things. And I took them gladly because he loved me. For I would have given him anything. And I thought of them as signs of love. But this money pains my heart. He has left off loving me and gone away. This money seems... Oh, Miss Benson, it seems as if he could comfort me for being forsaken by money. So will you take the trouble of sending it back to Mrs. Bellingham, please?
That I will, my dear, gladly. They don't deserve to have the power of giving. They don't deserve that you should take. I shall put it in an envelope and simply write on it, from Ruth Hilton. And then we wash our hands of these Bellinghams.
And would you take my watch and all his other gifts to Mrs. Hughes and ask her to sell them? It may pay the doctor's fees and my lodging here.
And the cost of the journey to Eccleston. Would you object to my buying you a black gown? My brother and I think it would be better to call you, as if in fact you were, a widow. It will save much awkwardness.
Oh, yes, certainly. Thank you so much for thinking of it. Indeed, I do not know how to thank you for all that you are doing. But I do love you, and I will pray for you, if I may.
If you may?
If you will let me pray for you.
Oh, my dear Ruth. Oh, you don't know how often I sin with my few temptations. Let us pray for each other. Do not speak so again, my dear. At least not to me. Now then, I may get you a black gown, and we may call you Mrs. Hilton.
No, not Mrs. Hilton.
Why not?
It was my mother's name. I'd better not be called by it.
Well then, let us call you by my mother's name. She would have. But I'll talk to you about my mother some other time. We will call you Mrs. Denby, and people will think you're a distant relative.
Don't blame me if the toast is like leather. Is yon young woman going to stay any length of time with us?
We cannot exactly tell, Sally. She will remain until after her confinement.
Lord bless us and save us, a babby. Nay, my time's come. I'll pack up and be gone. I can never abide them things. I'd sooner have rats in the house.
Now, Sally, I was not much more than a baby when you came to take care of me.
Yes, you were, Master Thurston. You were a fine bouncing lad of 3. Till that fall I gave you.
Well, it's no use talking, Sally. We've promised to keep her, and we must do it. You'll have none of the trouble, so don't be afraid.
Well, I never. As if I minded trouble.
Faith knows you don't care about trouble, Sally, but she is anxious about this poor young woman who has no friends but ourselves. We know there will be trouble about her coming here, and we reckoned on your kind help, Sally, which has never failed us yet.
Well, you've twice the sense of your sister, Master Thurston. Boys always have. It's true there'll be more trouble, and I shall have my share on't, I reckon. I can face it if I'm told out and out, but I cannot abide the way some folks treat you like a babby. And I don't mean you, Master Thurston.
Oh, Sally, I was wrong speaking as if you minded trouble. No one ever minded it less. But I want you to like Mrs. Denby.
No, I dare say I should if you'd let me alone.
Ruth, my dear, I've been very stupid and thoughtless. Mrs. Bradshaw and Jemima will be here this afternoon for tea. Mr. Bradshaw is always too busy with important business or chapel affairs to accompany them, but he always demands a full and faithful account of the conversation. Oh, I'm so glad I thought of this before Mrs. Bradshaw came to call. Here it is, my grandmother's wedding ring. It's very broad. They made them so then to hold a posy inside. There's one in that. Thine own sweetheart, till death doth part. I think it is.
Thank you, Miss Benson.
Oh, there. Now run away and look as if you'd always worn it.
Mrs. or Miss, as the case may be, I've my doubts as to you. I'm not going to have my master and Miss Faith put upon or shame come near them. Widows wears these sort of caps and has their hair cut off, whether they were wedding rings or not. I've lived with this family 49 years come Michaelmas, and I'll not see it disgraced by anyone's fine long curls. Sit down. Let me strip off your hair. And let me see you sham decently in a widow's cap tomorrow, or I'll leave the house. What's come over Miss Faith as used to be as mim a lady as ever there was to be taken in by such as you, I don't know. Sit down with you. Let me crop you.
Faith, what have you been saying to Mrs. Bradshaw and Jemima about Ruth?
Oh, I thought it was best to explain it thoroughly. I mean, to tell the story we wish to have believed once and for all. You know we agreed about that, Thurston.
Yes, but I heard you saying her husband had been a young surgeon, didn't I?
Well, you know, it must have been something. And young surgeons are so in the way of dying, it seemed very natural. Besides, I do think I have a talent for fiction. It's so pleasant to invent and make the incidents dovetail together. And if we are to lie, we may as well do it thoroughly. A bungling lie would be worse than useless. You know it's necessary to tell falsehoods now. Now, don't be angry with me because I do it well.
If it weren't for the child, I would tell the whole truth, but all these additional lies...
Oh, very well, I'll restrain myself if I have to talk about Ruth again. But Mrs. Bradshaw will tell everyone who needs to know. I mean, you don't want me to contradict it, do you? It's such a believable story.
Faith, I hope God will forgive us if we are doing wrong. And please, dear, don't add another word that isn't true. Brothers and sisters in Christ, our text today is taken from Luke's Gospel, chapter 15. I say unto you, that likewise joy shall be in heaven over one sinner that repenteth, more than over 99 just persons which need no repentance.
Brother Benson has expounded the word of God for us miserable sinners. We will now praise the Lord and beg his forgiveness and mercy in that mighty hymn, Rock of Ages, cleft for me. Rock of Ages, cleft for me, let me hide myself in thee, let the water and the blood from thy wounded side which
Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee, and am no longer worthy to be called thy child.
and make me pure.
Oh, yes, my wife told me all about her yesterday. Her husband was a surgeon. My father was a surgeon too, as I think you may have heard me mention. Oh, very much to your credit, I must say, Benson, with your limited means, to burden yourself with a poor relation. Very creditable indeed. She seems a modest, God-fearing young woman, and I was pleased to see her so intent upon her prayers.
An unexpected mood of universal good humour from Mr. Bradshaw, and a word of approval for Ruth, her first Sunday. The ordeal is over. Praise be to God. Here's a parcel for you, Ruth.
For me?
It is addressed to Mrs. Denby.
Oh. It's from Mrs. Bradshaw.
Her husband has asked her to send this muslin in aid of any preparations Mrs. Denby might have to make.
My note is from her, too. Mr. Bradshaw has commanded her to invite us to take tea with her and Jemima on Thursday next. Thurston, you're invited too. Oh, what a very fine muslin. He has a very high opinion of you, Ruth.
May I send it back again?
My dear child, send it back to Mr. Bradshaw. You defend him for life. He means it as a mark of high favour.
Why do you want to return it?
Is it wrong? It's just that Mr. Bradshaw's given me a present that hurts me instead of making me glad. He doesn't know me, what I am, what I have done.
I understand what you mean. It is a delight to receive gifts from those we love, as a natural expression of their affection. But when there is no regard for the giver, it has only money's value. Is that it?
I think so.
But that will be no excuse for thinking only of yourself and returning his present. Take this muslin, Ruth, and thank him as your feelings prompt you.
I will do as you wish. Maybe talk of something else?
Yes. Ruth, I think your delicate state of health is sufficient excuse for you to refuse his invitation to tea, if that is what you wish. Look, Ruth, Thurston has sent you these, the first snowdrops in the garden. I'll put them here, where you can see them.
Won't you look at my baby? He's so pretty. Come closer.
No, I should...
Sally says he'll have black hair, she thinks. His little hand is quite a man's already. Give me your hand. Just feel how firmly he grasps your finger.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Oh, my darling. If God spares you, no mother will ever do more than I will. If I live, I will spend my life serving you.
Now go to sleep, Ruth. Sally will watch over you.
I mustn't sleep. I must stay awake and watch over him. Poor child. He has only a mother to care for him. No father to guide and strengthen him. He must never know the sin of his parents. Whatever becomes of me, could I entrust him to his real father? I thought him so tender and loving, but he was selfish and worldly. Oh, my darling son. What if he is a repetition of his father and lures some poor girl?
Oh, dear. Anyone with a child like thee would have known it's bad luck to let tears fall on a baby's face before he's weaned. Dear, my bonny lad. Is she letting some tears drop on my sweet face? They're not fit to have a baby. I'm a good man to bear the doll. Check the baby myself.
Give him back to me, please. I didn't know it brought bad luck. If my heart breaks, I will never do it again. I shall lie here and watch over him. I will be smiling and happy with my baby, so that he will grow up strong and cheerful. I am his mother. That is what I must do.
Miss Bradshaw, this is a surprise. Is anything wrong?
Oh, no, Miss Benson. I have come to implore you that I might be present at the christening this afternoon.
Oh.
I've never been to a christening. Papa says I may go if Mr. Benson and Mrs. Denby do not dislike it. Oh, I do so admire Mrs. Denby. She is so beautiful. And that sweet little baby. Oh, is he to be called Leonard, did you say?
Yes.
After Mr. Denby?
No, not exactly.
Wasn't his name Leonard, then? Mamma thought it'd be sure to be called after him, and so did I. Oh, I may come to the christening. May I not, dear Miss Benson?
Yes, Jemima, of course you may.
Oh, Mrs. Denby, Please, may I carry little Leonard home for you?
Oh, no, Miss Bradshaw. I must carry him home myself.
Oh.
Come home with us, Jemima, and stay to tea. You haven't drunk tea with us since before you went away to school.
Oh, I would like to, but I must ask Papa. May I run home and ask?
To be sure, my dear.
Take no sugar in your tea, Jemima, for I'm sure the Bensons ought not to be able to afford sugar with their means. Remember, Mrs. Denby's keep must cost them a great deal. I marvel how with his salary Benson can afford to keep such a table.
Oh, his dear little feet.
Yes.
I had no idea a christening was such a solemn service. Mr. Benson seemed to speak as if he had such a weight of care in his heart that only God could relieve.
My brother feels these things very much.
I couldn't quite follow him all through. What did he mean by saying, "This child, rebuked by the world and bidden to stand apart, thou wilt not rebuke"? Why is this little darling to be rebuked? I can't remember the exact words, but he said something like that.
My dear, your gown is dripping wet. It must have dipped into the tub. Let me wring it out.
Thank you. Never mind my gown. Oh, Mrs. Denby, may I help you? Shall I fold Leonard's day clothes for you?
Thank you, Miss Bradshaw. Would you like to hold him for a moment?
Oh, yes, please. Oh, such a sweet baby, thank you. Why is Mrs. Denby crying? Tears falling down her cheeks so fast.
Jemima's a warm-hearted girl. She's worth two of Mr. Richard. They're just the same as they were when they were children, and they broke that window in the chapel. He ran away home, but she came knocking at our door, told me what she'd done and offered me the money in a savings bank. We'd have never heard of Master Richard's share in the business if it hadn't been for Sally.
But remember how strict Mr. Bradshaw has always been with his children. It's no wonder poor Richard was a coward in those days.
He still is, if you ask me. Mr. Bradshaw was just as strict with Jemima, and she's no coward. I don't trust Richard. He has a look about him I don't like.
Leonard shall never be afraid of me. I shall be his friend, and I will try to be a wise one.
What made you call him Leonard, Ruth?
It was my mother's father's name. She used to tell me about him, and I thought if Leonard could be like him, then...
I brought this note for you from Mr. Bradshaw.
Mrs. Bradshaw is directed by her husband to request us, the three of us, Ruth, to spend the evening with them. Mr. Farquhar, Mr. Bradshaw's business partner, will be there too.
Mr. Farquhar? They do say he's thinking of Miss Jemima.
Nonsense, Sally. Why, he's old enough to be her father.
There's no need for it to be called nonsense, though he may be 10 years older. Bradshaw's Betsy knows what she's about. I wouldn't have said it for nothing.
Thurston, there's something I have to tell you. Oh, don't fidget yourself. Leonard is perfectly well, bless him. Mr. Bradshaw has solved all our money problems. You know, I wondered why he was so insistent that Ruth should not be with me when I went to tea this afternoon. Well, as soon as I arrived, Mrs. Bradshaw took me into her room, shut the doors, and said that Mr. Bradshaw did not like Jemima being confined with Mary and Elizabeth while they were at their lessons, and he wanted someone, above a nursemaid, to sit with them when their masters were there, a sort of nursery governess, though she didn't say so. And Mr. Bradshaw, I could hear his voice in every word she spoke to me, believed that our Ruth would be the very person. I could see what she was driving at long before she came to the point, and I could hardly keep from saying, "We'll jump at the proposal," long before she'd finished telling me about it. We promised Ruth that when the time came she should earn her own living. Well, Thurston, what do you say?
Faith, I ought to go and tell Mr. Bradshaw the whole story.
Oh, and get Ruth turned out of our house?
They can't make us do that. I don't think they would try.
Oh, he would. And he would blazon out Ruth's sin, and she wouldn't stand a chance. I know him, Thurston. And why should he be told now, more than a year ago?
A year ago, he didn't want to put her in a position of trust with his own daughters.
And you think she'd abuse that trust, do you? You've lived a 12-month in the house with Ruth, and you think she will do his children harm?
No, I do not see any danger that could arise. I think the suffering Ruth has gone through has given her a thoughtful conscientiousness beyond her age.
That and I care for her baby.
You see, Faith, the baby you dreaded is turning out to be a blessing.
Yes. Anyone would be thankful for Leonard. But how could I tell then? It would be like him.
What did you say to Mr. Bradshaw?
That I was only too glad to accept the proposal. But I must consult you and Ruth.
I'm glad it was so far arranged before I heard of it. My indecision about right and wrong, my fear as to what the consequences may be, grow upon me.
Sally, I'm looking a great deal older than I used to.
Oh, well, I suppose we all understand.
My hair's nearly white. Last time I looked, it was only pepper and salt. What should I do?
Do? Why, what would the wench do? You're never going to be taken in at your time of life by hair dyes and such gimcracks.
No, but you see, it's very awkward having such grey hair and feeling so young. Do you know, Sally, I've still a greater mind for dancing when I hear a lively tune on the street organs as ever. And to sing when I'm happy, in my old way.
Ah, you had it from a girl. Many a time when that door's been shut, I didn't know whether it was you in the parlour or a big bumblebee in the kitchen making that grumbling noise.
But an old woman with grey hair ought not to have a fancy for singing and dancing.
Oh, what nonsense are you talking? Calling yourself an old woman when you're better than 10 years younger than me. Many a girl has grey hair at 5 and 20.
I'm more than 5 and 20, Sally. I'm 57 next May.
Oh, and more shame on you then for talking of dyeing your hair. I can't abide such vanity.
Oh, Sally, you don't understand. I want to know how to keep remembering how old I am so as to prevent myself from feeling so young. I was quite startled to see my hair in the glass just now.
You'll be taken to painting your cheeks next. If you want to remember how old you are, you take a look at that lad out there playing. It's 6 years or more since you first set eyes on him, and he's forever fratcheting about the colour of his auburn curls. So, you can tell him, if he lives long enough, his hair will be as grey as yours.
He's like his mother. How handsome she's become.
She's well enough. Beauty's a deceitful snare, and I'm thankful the Lord has spared me from such man-traps.
Oh, Sally.
Oh, I grant you she's grown into a very ladylike young woman with no vanity about her. And my Lord be praised that Jemima's no vanity either, for Ruth outshines her at every turn.
You have learned your lessons very well today, Mary. You too, Elizabeth. Perhaps a little more care should be taken with your handwriting. Now you may put away your books and take a healthy stroll in the garden.
But it's so cold in the garden, Mrs. Denby.
Then you must walk briskly. The fresh air will do you good. Off you go.
Lizzie, did you see how tears came into Mimy's eyes when Mr. Farquhar looked so displeased when she said good people were always dull? I think she's in love.
I don't. I often cry enough when Papa is cross, and I'm not in love with him.
Yes, but you don't look as Mimey does.
Don't call her Mimey. You know Papa doesn't like it.
Yes, but there are so many things Papa doesn't like. I can never remember them all. Listen, there's something I've got to tell you. If you'll never, never tell.
No, I promise.
Not even to Mrs. Denby?
No, not even to Mrs. Denby. What is it?
Well, last Friday, Mimey...
Jemima?
Jemima sent me to her desk for an envelope. And what do you think I saw?
What? A valentine?
No, a piece of paper with dull-looking scientific lines on it. I remembered it. It was when Mr. Farquhar told us a bullet doesn't go in a straight line, but in a something curve. And he drew some lines on a piece of paper, and Mimey...
Jemima!
Well, she'd treasured it and written WF, April 3rd in the corner. That's love, isn't it? Jemima hates useful information as much as I do.
Is that all? Well, perhaps he doesn't like her. It's not long since she put up her hair. And he's always been such a solemn middle-aged man. Have you never noticed how he keeps finding fault with her and lecturing her?
Think how often Papa lectures Mama, and they must be in love with each other.
Oh,
Richard, how I would like to see a play. There is such a fine criticism in this newspaper of Mr. Charles Keene as Macbeth.
Those newspaper people can make an article out of anything. I've seen the man myself. That was all very well, but nothing to make such a fuss about.
You have been to the theatre. Why did you never tell me? You've seen him.
Striking enough at first. But after a while, one cares no more for the theatre than one does for mince pies.
Oh, I wish I could go to London. I've a great mind to ask Papa to let me go and stay with the Smiths, and then I could see Mr. Keene. I would not think him like mince pies.
You mustn't do any such thing. My father would never allow you to go to the theatre. And the Smiths are such old fogies, they'd be sure to tell.
Well, how do you go, then? Does Father give you leave?
Oh, many things are right for men which are not right for girls. You need not mention my going to the theatre, by the way.
Jemima, your father wants to speak to you in the dining room.
What for?
Oh, he is fidgeted by something Mr. Farquhar said to me, and I repeated it to him. I'm sure I thought there was no harm in it, and your father always likes me to tell him what everybody says in his absence.
Ah, Jemima. Has your mother told you what I wanted to speak to you about?
No, not exactly.
She has been telling me how very seriously you must have displeased and offended Mr. Farquhar. Do you know what he said to her?
No. He has no right to say anything about me.
No right? What do you mean, Jemima? Surely you must know that I hope he may one day be your husband. And you cannot suppose that he would consent to marry you...
Consent to marry me?
If you give way to a temper which, although you've never dared show it to me, I am well aware exists. Oh, at one stage Richard promised to be the more headstrong, but now I must desire you to follow his example. Yes, it would be a most fortunate match for you in every way. I should still have you under my own eye, and Mr. Farquhar's connection with the firm would be an advantage.
Has Mr. Farquhar ever spoken to you about it?
No, he's not spoken. It has been implied between us for some time. But you must be aware that you do very little credit to the education I have given you when you behave in such a way as to make Mr. Farquhar say what he did about you.
What did he say?
Your mother tells me that he said, "What a pity Jemima cannot express her opinions without going into a passion, and what a pity that her opinions are such as to sanction rather than to curb those fits of rudeness and anger."
Did he say that?
Yes. I am convinced that your mother has not altered a word in the repetition, for I have trained her to habits of accuracy very unusual in a woman. I've said enough, I hope, to make you behave in a becoming manner to Mr. Farquhar, and if you cannot control your temper, at least take some pains to curb it before him.
May I go to my room?
You may. Nothing can be more docile than she is when spoken to in the proper manner. I must give Farquhar a hint. Oh, if only she could be persuaded to behave so whenever she is with him.
So I'm to behave myself. Not because it is right, but to show off in front of Mr. Farquhar. Oh, Mr. Farquhar, I didn't think you would choose a wife in that cold-hearted way. You think to have me, do you, because it is suitable? You want to be married, and you can't spare the time for wooing. You're looking out for a wife just as you would for a carpet to add to your comfort. But I won't be that wife. You shall see something of me that will make you stop acquiescing so meekly in the arrangements of the firm. Only an hour ago I was hoping. I don't know what I was hoping, but I thought... Well, how I was deceived. I thought he had a true, loving, manly heart which I might win. But now I know he only has a cold, calculating head.
Sit down, Mrs. Denby. I want to speak to you. No, it's not about your pupils. They're going on well. I often congratulate myself on the choice I made there. No, it is about Jemima. I want you to find some opportunity of telling her that she's been very foolish, in fact, disgusting Mr. Farquhar by her sullen, sulky behaviour.
I have never had the opportunity of noticing them together, sir, but Whenever I see her, she is most gentle and affectionate.
Are you implying that you do not believe me when I say that I have noticed the reverse?
No, sir, I beg your pardon if I've expressed myself badly. But am I to tell Miss Bradshaw that you have spoken of her faults to me?
If you would allow me to finish what I have to say without interruption, I could tell you what I do wish.
I beg your pardon, sir.
I wish you to join our circle occasionally in an evening. Mrs. Bradshaw will send you an invitation when Mr. Farquhar is likely to be here. Warned by me, you can hardly fail to notice instances of what I have pointed out, and then I trust to your good sense. I'm quite aware that I shall be trespassing on your time, which is in fact your money, so you may be assured that I shall not forget this little circumstance. And you can explain that to Benson and his sister.
I'm afraid I cannot do it, sir.
No one is as able as you, Mrs. Denby. Now you may go. I have serious business to attend to this morning.
Thank you, sir. No, I will not do it. The very idea is repugnant. I'll not accept his invitations. Oh, but how can I refuse? He employs me to look out for his daughter's well-being. If I ever see any little faults in Jemima, I tell her lovingly as a friend. But what can I do now when her father has placed me in this false position?
The situation, Mr. Hickson, is this. Mr. Cranworth and his ancestors have represented Eccleston in the Tory interest for many a long year. He and his family own half the town. Votes and rent are paid alike to the landlord. I am determined that we shall bring forward a man in the Liberal and dissenting interest to contest the election. And I believe that you are the best man for my purpose, which is to find someone who would come forward as a candidate for the representation of Eccleston and act for him during the campaign.
Well, I think I know of a man who will suit your purpose. Plenty of money, doesn't know what to do with it, in fact. Tired of yachting, travelling, wants something new. I heard not long ago he was looking for a seat.
A Liberal?
Decidedly. Belongs to a family who were in the Long Parliament in Cromwell's day.
Dissenter?
No, not as far as that, but very lax church.
What is his name?
His name's Dunn. Mr. Dunn.
What a favourite Mrs. Denby is with Papa. Did you notice, Mamma, how he thanked her for coming here last night?
Yes, dear, but I don't think it was all...
Not all what?
Not all because Mrs. Denby came to tea here.
What else could he be thanking her for? What's she done?
I don't know if I ought to tell you.
Oh, very well then.
Well, I think I may tell you, though. You deserve to know. It's partly your doing that Papa is so pleased with Mrs. Denby. He's going to buy her a silk gown this morning, and I think you ought to know why.
Why?
Because Papa is so pleased that you mind what she says.
Well, of course I do. I always did. Why should Papa give her a gown for that? I think he ought to give it to me.
Well, I'm sure he would if you want one. He was so pleased to see you like your old self to Mr. Farquhar last night. We couldn't think what had come over you last month.
I'm glad you were pleased. But what had Mrs. Denby to do with my good behaviour?
But didn't she speak to you about it?
No. Why should she? She has no right to criticise what I do.
Yes, love, she has. For Papa desired her to do it.
Papa? What do you mean?
Oh, dear, I dare say I shouldn't have told you.
How could she? I thought she was my friend, conspiring with my father to manage me. She was so gentle and persuasive last night, and I thought it was because she was concerned for me. And so demure and charming with Mr. Farquhar. Oh, how he liked that. I will never willingly enter into conversation with him again. I will not allow myself to like him. But Ruth, I trusted her.
The doctor says that sea air will be best for poor Elizabeth. She's taken so long to shake off this fever. We're to go to Abermouth next week. Mr. Bradshaw's taken a house there for the summer. Eagle's Crag. And I'll do all I can to nurse Lizzie back to health there. But Well, Mr. Bradshaw hasn't suggested that Leonard accompanies us.
Oh.
I've never been away from him for a single day.
Oh, we will take good care of him.
With God's help, we will protect him from all the evils that you are imagining, while Mr. Bradshaw entertains our candidate.
Do you know who Mr. Dunn reminds me of, Mamma?
No, he's not like anybody I ever saw. He quite frightens me, always so ready to open a door for me when I go out of the room and giving me a chair when I come in. Who is it?
Not a human being. Do you remember when we stopped at Wakefield on our way to Scarborough and there was horse racing going on? Richard somehow knew one of the jockeys, and this boy, asked us to take a look at one of the races. Mr. Dunn is like that racehorse.
Nonsense, Jemima. I don't know what your father would say if he heard you likening Mr. Dunn to a brute.
Brutes are sometimes very beautiful, Mamma. No, the thing in which they are alike is a sort of repressed eagerness they both have.
We should go back now. It's getting dark. I felt a drop of rain just now. You mustn't get wet, Elizabeth.
Look over there, Mrs. Denby. Over by the rocks. Papa, Mr. Dunn. Now at last we shall see the famous candidate. Who's the other gentleman?
Well, Mr. Bradshaw said that Mr. Farquhar and Mr. Hickson would come with him. I'm sure that's not Mr. Farquhar. It's so dark, I can't see.
We found there was an hour before dinner, so we came down on the sands, and here you are. Mr. Dunn, these two young ladies are my daughters Mary and Elizabeth, who are tempting me into the extravagance of purchasing Eagle's Crag. Oh, and that is my daughter's governess, Mrs. Denby. Now, we must make haste while we can still see our way back. The sky gets blacker by the minute.
Are you fond of the sea, Mrs. Denby? Or perhaps I should say, do you enjoy staying by the seaside?
Yes. That voice. His name, face and figure changed. But that voice is the same. I must look at him. I know him.
Mr. Dunn is very handsome, isn't he, Mrs. Denby? I don't know what to make of him. He's such a dawdle. But Mr. Hickson is very clever.
Oh, one moment. I must stop. I must sit down.
Are you not well, dear Mrs. Denby?
What are you doing here with me? You shouldn't be with me.
You're tired out. Come home and let us help you to bed. I will tell Papa you are ill and ask him to send for a doctor.
Yeah, I'm tired. Those weary, dreadful sounds. Mr. Bradshaw will excuse me, I know this one night. Put on your right frocks, dears, and do all you ought to do. But I know you will. You are dear good girls. God keep you so. If only I could see him. I could ask him why he left me. If I'd vexed him in any way. It was so cruel. No, it wasn't him. It was his mother. Oh, God, he could have tried to find me. He didn't care for me as I did for him. He didn't care for me at all. He left me to bear the shame and never to learn, as he might have done of Leonard's birth. What am I thinking of? Oh, I who have been praying these years and years to be worthy to be Leonard's mother, and yet I've been longing to give him to his father, who is... I do believe Leonard's father is a bad man. And yet... Oh, pitiful God, I love him. I cannot forget. I cannot.
Mr. Dunn, may I say how gratifying your eagerness to fight the good fight is to us all. Victory will be ours. There are some aspects of the campaign, probable expenses and such matters, that need to be looked to.
Of course. Disagreeable necessity. £4,000 are in my agent's hands, and I shall never inquire what becomes of them. I shall let it be clearly understood from the hustings that I most decidedly disapprove of bribery, and leave the rest to Hickson. He's accustomed to these things, I'm not.
Oh, good morning, Mrs. Denby. You're ready for church, I see. Elizabeth, where is Mary?
She is not quite ready, Papa. She will be down soon. Good morning, Mr. Dunn.
Good morning. This Mrs. Denby is certainly like poor Ruth, but far handsomer. Such a proud, superb turn of the head. Her hair's darker than Ruth's, though. She's less colour, her skin more ivory than rose. Altogether a more refined-looking person. Poor Ruth. I wonder what became of her.
Do you wish to go to church, Mr. Dunn?
Church? How far is it? A mile? No, I think I shall perform my devotions at home today.
Yes, I think I will be guided by you. I dislike going to the church, on principle, of course. And turning over the pages of the prayer book to find the right place, it's a sad distraction.
He's changed. He's still very handsome, but he looks restless, dissatisfied. His eyes and mouth are so like Leonard's.
Come, Elizabeth. We will wait for Mary outside.
By Jove, it must be Ruth. That mouth. Those dear little dimples that come out as she speaks. I've never seen them in anyone else. This is a very handsome old Bible, Mr. Bradshaw.
It belonged to my dear mother.
Good morning, Papa.
You are late, Mary. Mrs. Denby and your sister are waiting for you.
How very strange it is that the name of Ruth is so seldom chosen by those good people who go to the Bible for their children's names. I think it's a very pretty name.
Mary, isn't that Mrs. Denby's name?
Yes, Papa. And I know 2 other Ruths. There's Ruth Brown here and Ruth McCartney at Eccleston.
And I have an aunt called Ruth, Mr. Dunn. Well, I don't think your observation holds good. Besides my daughter's governess, I know 3 other Ruths.
Just an idle thought, Mr. Bradshaw. I realised how silly it was the moment I uttered it. Yes, it is Ruth. How the devil has she played her cards so well as to be the respected governess in a stiff-necked family like this? I've changed my mind, you see. Some of these old country churches are very interesting. Scenery here is new to me. It reminds me of some parts of Wales. You've been in Wales, I believe. Have you never been in Wales?
I have, sir. I was there many years ago. Events took place there which make the recollections of that time most miserable to me. I shall be obliged to you, sir, if you'll make no further reference to it.
How can she speak like that to Mr. Dunn? He's almost a member of Parliament. I think her husband must have died in Wales. That would make her most miserable.
Ruth, I have much to say to you, much to explain. I entreat you to give me the opportunity. I only ask you to hear me. I have a right to be heard. I can't believe you're so much changed as not to listen to me when I entreat.
The carriage will be here very shortly to take us to the railway station, Mr. Dunn. Your fervent wishes will be granted and you will be able to begin your canvassing in earnest.
My fervent wish at this moment is that Eccleston and the dissenting interest go to the devil.
Mrs. Denby, any message for Leonard beyond love, which is a matter of course?
No, don't speak of Leonard. He heard you.
Who is Leonard?
Mrs. Denby's little boy.
Our child.
He will take him away from me. He will take my child away from me.
In episode 2 of Ruth by Elizabeth Gaskell, Laura Rees was Ruth, Anne Reed, Faith, Anton Lesser, Benson, and Rory Kinnear, Bellingham. Sally was Marcia Warren, Mr. Bradshaw, David Schofield, Mrs. Bradshaw, Abigail Thaw, Jemima, Amy Eubank, Mary, Daisy Ashford, Elizabeth, Helen Jenkinson, and Richard and Mr. Hickson, Dudley Hinton. Ruth, by Elizabeth Gaskell, was directed by Ellen Dryden and is a First Rights radio production for BBC Radio 4. we present Anne Reid, Anton Lesser, and Rory Kinnear in Ruth by Elizabeth Gaskell, dramatised by Ellen Dryden, with Laura Rees as Ruth. Episode 3.
The postboy's just brought these letters for you, ma'am.
Thank you, Nellie. Miss Benson. And the other a hand I do not recognise. No name, no initials, no greeting.
For our child's sake, and in his name, I summon you to appoint a place where I can speak and you can listen undisturbed. The time must be on Sunday. The limit of distance may be the circumference of your power of walking. My words may be commands, but my fond heart entreats. More I shall not say now, but remember your boy's welfare depends on your according to this request. Address BD, Post Office, Eggleston.
Should I answer this, or throw it away? No. I must know everything, the best and the worst. I must not neglect anything that comes to me in my child's name. The sands below the rocks where we met you the other night. Time afternoon church.
My own Ruth, this is kind. What, Ruth, have you no word for me?
I have nothing to say. I do not want explanations. We must not speak of the past. You asked me to come in Leonard's, in my child's name, to hear what you have to say about him.
But what I have to say about him relates even more to you. And how can we talk about him without remembering the past? That past, which you try to ignore, I know in your heart you can't do it, is full of happy memories for me.
I was happy. I do not deny it.
And yet we are not to revisit the past. Why not? If it was happy at the time, is the recollection so miserable to you?
Do not touch me. I came to hear what you have to say about my child.
Our child, Ruth.
What have you to say about him?
Much that may affect his whole life, but it all depends on whether you will listen or not.
I am listening.
Oh, good God, Ruth, you'll drive me mad. How changed you are from the sweet, loving creature you were. I wish you were not so beautiful. Very well, will you hear me if I speak of the boy? A boy of whom any mother, any parent might be proud. Ruth, I have seen him. He looked like a prince in that cramped, miserable house. It is shameful that he should not have every kind of opportunity laid open before him. Oh, Ruth, I love you so. I cannot live without you. I offer you my heart, my life. I offer to place Leonard wherever you would have him placed. I have the power and the means to advance him in any path of life you choose. All who have shown kindness to you shall be rewarded by me with a gratitude surpassing even your own. If there's anything else I can do that you can suggest, I will do it.
Listen to me. When I said that I was happy with you long ago, I was choked with shame as I said it. I was very young. I did not know that such a life was against God's holy will, at least not as I know it now. And every day since, I have gone about with a stain on my hidden soul, a stain which made me loathe myself and envy those who were undefiled, which made me shrink from my child, Mr. Benson, the innocent girls I teach, even God himself. And what I did then, I did blindly to what I should do now if I listened to you. Do I need to stay longer?
Yes, I have much more to say. I've not said half. I cannot tell you how fondly I do love you. And my life shall be spent ministering to your wishes. Money I see, I know you despise.
Mr. Bellingham, I will not stay to hear you speak to me so again. I have been sinful, but it is not you who should... Don't touch me. I did not come here to be spoken to in this way. I came to see if, by any chance, I could do Leonard any good. I would submit to many humiliations for his sake, but to no more from you.
Aren't you afraid to define me like this? Don't you know how much you are in my power? Ask me to let you go. I will if you ask me. Ask me! You obstinate, willful creature. You forget that one word from me could undeceive all those good people at Eccleston.
Mr. and Miss Benson know all. They have not thrown me off. Well, for Leonard's sake, you would not be so cruel.
Then don't you be cruel to him, to me. Think again.
I have thought. To save Leonard from the shame and agony of knowing my disgrace, I would lie down and die. But to go back into willful sin, as you would have me do, would be the real cruelty to him. It would be evil beyond reckoning for him if I lived with you. You have humbled me enough, sir. I shall leave you.
She thinks she's baffled me now. We'll try something more and bid a higher price. Ruth, you shall hear me once more. I've come to marry you, Ruth. Come what may, I will have you. No, I will make you hear me. I will hold this hand till you have heard me. Tomorrow, I will speak to anyone in Eccleston. Mr. Bradshaw, the little minister. We can make it worth his while to keep our secret. You can still be Mrs. Denby. Leonard can still bear the name, but in all things else he shall be treated as my son.
I cannot.
It is sudden for you, my dearest, but be calm. It will all be easily managed. Just leave it to me.
I cannot.
Why? What on earth makes you say that?
I do not love you. I did once. Don't say I did not love you then. But I do not now. I could never love you again. All you have said and done since you came here has only made me wonder how I could ever have loved you. We are very far apart. The time that has scarred me forever, that haunts and haunts me, it's been nothing to you. It's left no sense of sin on your conscience. But this is only one piece of the great difference between us.
You mean I'm no saint, granted. But people who are no saints have made very good husbands before now. I am sure I can make you happy and make you love me in spite of your pretty defiance. I love you so dearly I must win you back. And there are advantages for Leonard to be gained by you in a holy and legitimate way.
If there was one thing needed to confirm me, you have named it. You shall have nothing to do with my boy. I would rather see him working on a roadside than leading such a life, being such a one as you are. You have heard my mind now, Mr. Bellingham. If I have spoken too harshly and in too judging a spirit, the fault is yours. If there were no other reason to prevent our marriage but the one fact it would bring Leonard into contact with you, that would be enough.
It is enough. Neither you nor your child shall ever more be annoyed by me. I wish you a good evening.
Oh, if I had not spoken so angrily to him. The last things I said were so bitter, so reproachful. And I shall never, never see him again.
Jemima, my dear, would you go to Mrs. Pearson's and give her these directions about your sister's new frocks? It will do you more good to walk in the fresh air than wear out my carpet.
Very well, Mamma.
And mind me, dear, when you're there, look out for a new bonnet for yourself. She's got some very pretty ones, and your old one is so shabby.
It does for me, Mother. I don't want a new bonnet.
But I want you to have one, my lassie. I want my girl to look well and nice.
I think you love me, Mother.
We all love you, dear. If you would but think so. And if you want anything, just tell me, and with a little patience I can get your father to give it to you. Only be happy. There's a good girl.
Be happy, as if you could by an effort of will. Day after day, hour after hour, the same miserable, convincing evidence of what I've lost. Oh, Mr. Farquhar, I was so certain that you were securely mine. Now you never speak to me, except in common civility. Never lecture me, never try to coax me out of my wilful moods, never seek me out. Every day you're at the Benson's house, because poor Leonard is so ill with the measles. And it's really because you want to be with her, Ruth. She's so gentle, so sweet, so beautiful. Everything that I am not. You were thinking of her for a wife now. I've lost you.
And I've lost my dearest friend. I loved her once. And now I can only dislike her with all my being.
Here are some bonnets, ma'am. They will be just the thing for you. Elegant and tasty, yet quite of the simple style, suitable to young ladies. Oblige me by trying on this white silk. Oh, that rich, beautiful hair and those oriental eyes were so becoming, you must agree.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I induced the young lady who accompanied your sisters the other day. Oh, the governess, is she, ma'am?
Yes, Mrs. Denby is her name.
Well, I persuaded her to try on that bonnet, and you can't think how charming she looked in it. And yet I don't think it became her as much as it does you.
Mrs. Denby is very beautiful.
Very, ma'am. Quite a peculiar style of beauty. She reminded me of a young person I once knew in Fordham.
In Fordham? Why, I think Mrs. Denby comes from that neighbourhood.
No, ma'am, no, she cannot be the young person I mean. I'm sure, ma'am, holding the position she does in your establishment. I should hardly say I knew her myself, for I only saw her 2 or 3 times at my sister's house. But she was so remarked for her beauty that I remember her face quite well, the more so on account of her vicious conduct afterwards.
Her vicious conduct? Then it cannot be our Mrs. Denby.
Oh, no, ma'am, I didn't mean to suggest anything of the kind. I beg your pardon if I did so. All I meant to say, and perhaps that was a liberty, considering what Ruth Hilton was.
Ruth Hilton?
Yes, ma'am. That was the name of the young person I alluded to.
Tell me about her. What did she do?
I don't know whether to tell you, ma'am. It is hardly a fit story for a young lady. Well, this young creature was very artful and bold, and thought, sadly, too much of her beauty, and somehow she beguiled a young gentleman who took her into keeping.
How long is it since all of this happened?
Let me see. I should say going on for 9 years this summer. Oh, blush roses would become your complexion perhaps better than these lilacs.
Thank you. I don't want a bonnet. I beg your pardon for taking up your time.
Well, such behaviour. Wasting my time gossiping and then not purchasing a thing.
I've changed my mind. Allow me to take the bonnet. How much is it?
Allow me to change the flowers. It can be done in an instant, and then you can see if you would prefer the roses. But without the foliage, it is a lovely little bonnet.
Never mind the flowers. Yes. Yes, change them to roses. By the way, Papa, I am sure, would not like your connecting Mrs. Denby's name with such a story as you have been telling me.
Oh, dear ma'am, I have too much respect for you all to think of doing such a thing. You may rest assured of me.
Can there be 2 Ruth Hiltons? Could Mr. and Miss Benson know? Does Leonard know? No. Of course he can't know. Is she trying to ensnare my dearest love? No. Come what may, she is in my power now. And I believe I pity her.
Now, do let us try to be very steady this next hour. Leonard will be here at 12 o'clock, and then we can all go into the hills for our picnic in this beautiful sunshine when you have finished your Latin exercises. Oh, good morning, Jemima.
Good morning, Mrs. Denby. I've come to look for a book.
Dare I ask her to come with us on our expedition? No. She wouldn't come with us.
Mary, would you like to read us page 52?
Mary, Elizabeth, leave the room. Don't stay to pack up your books. Leave the room, I say. Leave the room, Jemima.
Why, Father?
If there is one sin I hate, I utterly loathe more than all others, it is wantonness. It includes all other sins. Oh, it is all of a piece that you should have come here with your sickly, hypocritical face imposing on us all. I trust Benson did not know of it, for before God, if he got you into my house under false pretences, he shall find it will cost him dear. You, that come and talk of the custom for your profligacy.
I was so young.
The more depraved, the more disgusting.
Father.
You hold your tongue, Jemima. You have grown more and more insolent, more disobedient every day, and I know who to thank for it. When such a woman came into my family, there is no wonder at any corruption, any defilement, not a word. If you choose to disobey me and stay and hear what no modest young woman would ever wish to hear, you will be silent when I bid you. Look at that woman, corrupt long before she was your age, liar and hypocrite for years. If you or any child of mine cared for her, then shake her off as St. Paul shook off the viper, even unto the fire.
Father, I will not be silent. I will speak for Ruth. I have hated her so keenly, may God forgive me. I heard what you've learnt now, Father, weeks and weeks ago, and I might have told everyone there and then if I hadn't been afraid that it was from no good motive. Yes, Father, to show you what a witness I am for Ruth, I will admit that I was stabbed to the heart with jealousy. If I had been conscious of the faintest speck of impurity in thought, word, or look, my old hate would have flamed out of the flames of hell. But I am full of pity, love, and most true respect. Father, I have borne my witness.
And I will tell you how much your witness is worth. It only convinces me how deep the evil is that this woman has spread in my family. She's turned right into wrong and wrong into right. And I trusted her. I welcomed her. I welcomed her. I was duped into allowing her bastard to contaminate my children.
I cannot bear it. I cannot bear it.
You must bear it, madam. Do you imagine your child is to be exempt from the penalties of his birth? Every creature in Eccleston knows what he is. Do you think they will spare him their scorn? The best thing that could happen to him would be to be dead to all knowledge of guilt for his mother's sin.
I appeal to God against such a doom for my child. I am a mother, and as such I cry to God to help keep my boy in his pitying sight and to bring him up in his holy fear. Let the shame fall on me. I have deserved it, but he is so innocent and good.
If ever you or your bastard darken this door again, I will have you thrown out by the police.
Leonard, my poor, poor boy. My poor, poor darling.
Mother? What's the matter? Why do you call me your poor boy? Are you ill? Let me call Aunt Faith.
No, Leonard. Listen to me. When I was very young, I did very wrong in a way that people never forget, never forgive. You'll hear me called the hardest names that can ever be thrown at women. I have been today. And you must bear it patiently, because they will be partly true. Never get confused by your love for me into thinking that what I did was right. And my dear boy, this is not all. You will suffer from my wrongdoing. Yes, my darling, they will throw it in your teeth all through your life that your mother was never married. Was not married when you were born.
Weren't you married? Aren't you a widow?
No. May God forgive me.
Oh.
Oh, I wish I had died as a baby.
Mother.
No.
Mother. Mammy, darling. I don't believe them. I don't.
Shush, Leonard. Hush, be still. I've been too sudden with you. I've done you harm. Oh, I've done you nothing but harm.
No, Mother. There has never been such a mother as you. And I won't believe anyone who says it. I won't. And I'll knock them down if they say it again.
You forget I said it myself. I said it because it was true. But remember, always remember, when men call you hard and cruel names, it is no fault of yours. My sin has made you an outcast in the world. But remember, darling of my heart, that it is only your own sin that can make you an outcast from God.
Mr. Bradshaw. Sit down, sir. Mr. Benson,
I sent for you to ask if you're as much in the dark as I was yesterday as to the character of that woman who lives under your roof. Well, Mr. Benson?
Sir, nothing you can say can upbraid me like my own conscience. No degradation you can inflict by word or deed can come up to the degradation I have suffered for years at being party to a deceit. Even for a good end. You know, sir, how terribly the world goes against all such as have sinned as Ruth did. She was so young, too.
You mistake, sir, if you think that I have much experience in the way that class of sinners are treated. Judging from what I've seen, they are treated with as much leniency as they deserve. I know there are plenty of sickly sentimentalists who reserve all their interest and regard for criminals, but the world has decided how such women are to be treated.
Is it not time to change some of our ways of thinking and acting? I declare before God that if I believe in one human truth, it is this: that to every woman who, like Ruth, has sinned, should be given a chance of redeeming herself.
Such as getting her into a friend's house under false colours.
I do not argue on Ruth's case. I do not argue on any case. I state my firm belief that it is God's will that we should not dare to trample any of his creatures down to the hopeless dust. That it is God's will that the women who have fallen should be numbered among those who have broken hearts to be bound up, not cast aside as lost beyond recall.
When I see a man who has deluded himself into considering falsehood right, I no longer regard him as a fitting exponent of the will of God. You understand what I mean, Mr. Benson. I can no longer attend your chapel.
Was Mr. Bradshaw very angry?
Yes, very. And justly so. It was wrong of me to do what I did.
Well, I did it too. As much or more than you. I'm certain it was quite right. And I would do just the same again. Does Ruth know what he said?
No.
But she can never go to Mr. Bradshaw's again.
No. And she's cruelly distressed that she can no longer earn any money.
While we have a roof to shelter us and bread to eat, she and Leonard will share it with us. We don't love them for her £40 a year.
Well, that is what I told her. Ruth's earnings are very little in hard commercial worth, though in another sense they're worth very much indeed. My salary from the chapel is safe, though we will lose Mr. Bradshaw's pew rent, and we have our canal share money, which Mr. Bradshaw invested for us.
Sally might find some simple sewing that Ruth could do at home until she finds more suitable employment in Eccleston.
She may find some employment, but I fear it may be a very long time before such an opportunity occurs. Mr. Farquhar, what a pleasure to see you. Do sit down.
Good morning, Mr. Benson. Jemima, Miss Bradshaw, was most anxious to hear of you all. It pains her it's been so long since she has been able to visit.
Thank you. Well, thank her for us.
How is Leonard now? I've not seen him lately.
No, he is not strong, and we still find it difficult to induce him to go out of doors. Is it true that Richard Bradshaw has left London?
Yes. He's come to settle down here. I hope he does well and doesn't disappoint his father, who has very high expectations of him. I'm not sure if they're not too high for any young man to realise.
Oh, Mr. Farquhar, do you think they're telling you the truth? What can Ruth be doing to support herself and Leonard?
Nothing that I've heard of. Of course, I couldn't ask a direct question.
They must be pinched in some way. Oh, I wish I could go and see them all. I will be able to tell in a twinkling the real state of things.
I will go again, and pay particular attention to anything you want me to observe.
Thank you, Mr. Farquhar. It's given you a great deal of trouble, but you are very kind.
Kind? Jemima, must I tell you how you can reward me? Will you call me Walter? Say thank you, Walter. Just for once.
No, I don't think I can call you so. You are too old. It would not be respectful.
Then I will wish you goodbye.
Oh, I've not vexed you again. Have I, Walter?
Dearest Jemima.
You won't forbid my going to see Ruth, will you? Because if you do, I give you notice I shall disobey you.
Tell me, how much of your goodness to me this last happy hour has been owing to the desire to have more freedom as a wife than a daughter?
I don't think you know how faithful I've been to you. Ever since the days when you first bought me pistachio candy from London.
Not more faithful than I have been to you. And you have tried me pretty well. What a vixen you have been.
Dear Master Thurston, take it, it's all yours. What? There's £42, 7 shillings and 2p. It's a mint of money, isn't it? I took it all in sovereigns for fear of fire. Take it, it's all yours.
Oh, mine? What do you mean?
Lock it up safe, out of the way. And do not leave it about to tempt folks. I'll not answer for myself if money's left about. I may be cribbing a sovereign.
But where has it all come from?
Come from? Where does money come from? But from the bank. I thought anyone could tell that.
I have no money in the bank.
No, I know that. I had. Don't you remember you wanted to raise my wages 18 years ago, last Martinmas? Oh, you and Faith were very headstrong. But I was too deep for you. I wanted to put it in the bank. Oh, I was never going to touch it. And if I died, it would have been all right. For I'd made a will. All regular and tight, made by a lawyer. Well, leastways, he would have been a lawyer if he hadn't got transported first. And now, thinks I'll go and get it out. Give it him. Banks is not always safe.
Oh, I will take care of it for you with the greatest pleasure. Still, you know, banks allow interest.
Do you think I don't know all about interest and compound interest too by this time? I tell ye, I want you to spend it. It's yours, it's not mine. It was always yours.
Sally,
Now, you're not going to fret me by saying you think it's mine.
Oh, Sally.
Hey, bless you, lad. It's the first kiss I've had of you since you were a little lad, and it's a great refreshment.
Just explain to me.
Now, don't you and Faith go and bother me by talking about it. It's yours. No more ado.
Ruth?
Jemima?
Oh, Jemima. Can you forgive me?
Forgive you? What do you mean? The question is, can I ever thank you enough?
Oh, Ruth. How I hated you once.
It was all the more noble of you to stand by me as you did. How you must have hated me when you knew how I'd been deceiving you all.
No, that was not what made me hate you. It was before that. Oh, Ruth, I did hate you. I thought...
And you were going to be married tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow at 9 o'clock. But I don't think I could be married without coming to wish Mr. Benson and Miss Faith goodbye.
Oh, I'll go and fetch them.
No, not just yet. I want to ask you 1 or 2 questions first. Nothing very particular, but there's been such a long, long separation between us. Ruth, is Leonard better than he was? Walter says he's not so nervous and shy.
Yes. He doesn't show that he feels his disgrace so much. I cannot talk about it, Jemima. My heart aches so.
Ruth, I've been talking to Papa tonight very seriously and quietly. It has made me love him so much more and understand him so much better.
Does he know of your coming here? I hope he does.
Yes. I felt brave enough to say that I intended to come here. He was silent for a moment and then said I might do, but that he did not approve. I think that at the bottom of his heart there is some of the old kindly feeling left for Mr. and Miss Benson, and I don't despair of its all being made up.
But they won't hear of my going away, and that is...
They are quite right.
But I am earning nothing. I cannot get any employment. I'm only a burden and an expense, and the cause of a terrible rift between dear old friends.
Dear Mr. Farquhar, I wonder if I might trouble you with a little business. I see from the report of the Star Life Assurance Company in the Times that they have declared a bonus on the shares. Now, it seems strange that I have received no notification of this, and I thought that perhaps it might be lying at your office, as Mr. Bradshaw was the purchaser of these shares, and I've always received the dividends through your firm.
Oh, really, these dissenting ministers have no more notion of business than a child. Fancy forgetting that he'd sold his shares and applying for the bonus when it seems he'd transferred them only a year ago.
Mr. Benson was quite clear about it, and he couldn't have received his half-yearly dividends unless in possession of these shares.
Well, I never knew his watch to be right in all my life, always too fast or too slow. His money matters are probably in the same irregular state. No accounts kept, I'll be bound.
But this letter from the insurance office, I wrote to them at Mr. Benson's request, and I was not satisfied with their answer. All the transactions passed through our hands, and I do not think it likely Mr. Benson would write and sell the shares without informing me at the time.
Well, probably he told Richard or Mr. Watson. Depend on it, the blunder lies with Benson. He's just the kind of man to muddle away his money in indiscriminate charity and then wonder what became of it.
I have spoken to Mr. Watson. I'm afraid we must wait until Richard comes home, for I don't know where a letter would reach him. Mr. Watson finds it very strange. He tells me that he paid Mr. Benson the account of the dividends last June and got a receipt in form, and that is after the date of the alleged transfer, pretty nearly 12 months after it took place.
It's unlucky that Richard is away from home. He could have cleared up this mystery for us.
Oh, Jemima, I've got a plan that makes me so happy. I haven't told anyone yet. I was sitting with old Mrs. Fleming. She's broken a hip, you know. When Mr. Wynne, the doctor, came to visit, he has asked me to go out as a sick nurse. He thinks he can find me employment.
You? A sick nurse? Oh, my dear Ruth, I don't think you are fitted for it.
Don't you? Oh, I think I am. At least I would be very soon. I like being about sick and helpless people. I think I have a light and delicate touch which could be a comfort.
No, I meant you were fitted for something better. Ruth, you're better educated than I am.
But if nobody will allow me to teach... And I think my education would be needed to make me a good sick nurse anyway. It is work, and I'm thankful for it.
I wanted you to come and see us. And now you'll be shut up in a sick room.
Oh, Jemima, it is like you to have thought of it. But I can't come to your house. Though, if you are ever ill, I will come.
I almost wish I were ill then.
And I'm ashamed to think how much I should like you to be in some position where I could show you how well I remember that terrible day in the schoolroom. Oh, God bless you, Jemima.
Well, Farquhar, this morning I received a visit from one Mr. Dennison, who came on behalf of the manager of the Star Insurance Company to reply in person to my letter of the 29th, berating them for their inefficiency. He brought with him a deed of transfer. Said he was commissioned to show it to me. Here it is.
Signed, Thurston Benson. Sir?
I asked if I could take it to Benson to ask if it were indeed his signature. Dennison said there could be no doubt of it. I requested that I be allowed to convince myself.
Mr. Bradshaw, this is a pleasant surprise.
This is not a social call. I need to speak with you. This document, read it. That is your signature?
No, it is not. It is very like my writing. I could almost say it was mine, but I know it is not.
The date is August 3rd of last year. You may have forgotten it.
It is singularly like my writing, but I could not have signed away these shares, all the property I have, without the slightest remembrance.
Stranger things have happened. For the love of heaven, it's a deed of transfer for those insurance shares, you see. You don't remember it? You say you didn't write these words? Well, I believe you. Richard Bradshaw wrote them. I disown Richard. He is a stranger to me. I have always prided myself on the integrity of my name. So let me be no hindrance to the course of justice. He has defrauded you of money. Of your all, I think you said.
It was all my money. It was not my all. I shall not prosecute Richard. Not because he is your son, but because, from what I know of Richard, to do so would blast his character for life. Destroy every good quality he has.
And what good quality remains to him? He has deceived me. He has offended God.
Have we not all offended him?
Oh, it's no use talking, sir. You and I cannot agree on these subjects. Once more, I desire you to prosecute that boy, who is no longer my son.
There's a woman down below as must see you directly. She'll be upstairs after me if you're not down quick.
Is it someone from the chapel?
No, master. I reckon it's Mrs. Bradshaw. For all she's muffled up.
All right, Sally. Mrs. Bradshaw.
Oh, sir, you won't be so cruel, will you? I've got some money somewhere. Some money my father settled on me, sir. I don't know how much, but I think it's more than £2,000, and you shall have it all. Only be merciful to poor Dick. Don't go and prosecute him, sir.
My dear Mrs. Bradshaw, don't you agitate yourself in this way. I never meant to prosecute him.
But Mr. Bradshaw says you must.
I will not. I've told Mr. Bradshaw.
Has he been here? Oh, he is so cruel. I don't care. I have been a good wife till now. I know I have done all he bid me ever since we were married. But now I will speak my mind. If he puts poor Dick in prison, I will go too. If I'm to choose between my husband and my son, I choose my son.
Mr. Bradshaw will think better of it.
You don't know him. Many a time I have begged and begged him when the children were little, and I wanted to save them a whipping. But no begging ever did any good. He'll not change.
Perhaps not for human entreaty, but is there nothing more powerful?
Oh, if you mean God may soften his heart, I'm not going to deny God's power. I have need of it. Only last night he cast it up against me that if I had not spoilt Richard, this would never have happened.
He hardly knew what he was saying last night. I will go to Mr. Farquhar's directly, and you had better go home. You may rely on our doing all we can. What can we do? Indeed, Mr. Farquhar, I should not have been surprised last night if he had dropped down dead. So terrible was the strain.
I was with him this morning for about half an hour. I'm off to London in an hour or two. Richard will be back in England tomorrow. I see my way clearly to a certain point. We must prevent Dick and his father meeting just now, or all hope of Dick's reformation is gone forever. His father's heart is hard as a millstone. He's forbidden me the house. What is more, he will not come into the office while I remain a partner.
What will you do?
Send Jemima and the baby. There's nothing like a young child for bringing people round to a healthy state of feeling, and you don't know what Jemima is. No, even though you've known her from birth. If Jemima can't comfort her mother, and the baby can't steal into her grandfather's heart, I don't know what you may do to me.
Mr. Bradshaw, Mrs. Farquhar has asked me to tell you about a letter she has received from her husband.
Well, she should not have given you that trouble. I am aware of Mr. Farquhar's absence, and I entirely disapprove of his conduct. He has not behaved as a son-in-law should. If there is any other more agreeable subject that you wish to introduce, then I shall be glad to hear you, sir.
Neither you nor I must think of what we like to hear you say. You must hear what concerns your son.
I have disowned the young man who was my son.
The Dover coach has been overturned. Oh, I've been too sudden, sir. Jemima, I've done it so badly, so cruelly. He's very ill. I fear a seizure. Bring water. Brandy.
Mary, fetch my mother at once. Send for the doctor, Elizabeth. Now.
Benson. He is alive, sir, is he not?
Yes, sir, indeed he is. He's only hurt. He's sure to do well. Mr. Farquhar is with him.
Thank God.
Mr. Benson, may I speak with you for a few minutes?
To be sure, my dear.
I want to tell you that I have been this morning and offered myself as a matron to the fever ward while it is so full. They have accepted me,
and I'm going this evening.
Oh, Ruth, I was afraid of this. I saw your look this morning when we spoke of this terrible typhus fever.
Why are you afraid for me, Mr. Benson? You yourself have been with many of the sufferers.
But the fever ward is different. Such poisoned air, such malignant cases. Have you thought about it enough?
Yes, I have. I feel I must go. I am in God's hands. I believe I have no fear. That is a great preservative.
I encountered Mr. Farquhar in the street today.
Oh.
He's recently returned from Glasgow. He was delighted to tell me that Richard is conducting himself in a very creditable and respectable manner in the Glasgow office.
I never could abide poor Dick. But to think of him labouring away for a petty salary, so far from home.
Mr. Farquhar thinks the time has come when they should be allowed to mention his name in his father's presence.
He is still unforgiving.
He was in his old pew at chapel this afternoon. He's an old man now. His hair is white. And he never once lifted up his head.
Dr. Davies, is something wrong?
No, Mrs. Denby, nothing at all. I'll spare you the reading of my letter, but please take note that I've delivered a vote of thanks from my medical brothers and the board of the infirmary, and open it and read it at your leisure. I want to have a little talk with you on my own behalf. I want to ask you a favour, Mrs. Denby.
A favour? I think I may say I will do it without asking what it is.
Then you're a very imprudent woman. However, I'll take you at your word. I want you to give me your boy.
Leonard?
You see, Mr. Benson, one minute she's as ready as can be, the next I'm an ogre.
But perhaps we don't understand what you mean.
The thing is this. I've no children. I can't say I've fretted over it much, but my wife has. Whether she has infected me or I grieve over my good practice going to a stranger when I ought to have had a son to take it over, I don't know. I'd like this Leonard of yours to be my successor, Mrs. Denby. How old is he?
He'll be 12 next February.
Oh, only 12. He's tall, old-looking for his age. Well, I'd like to take him from now. I don't mean I really take him away from you. I shall be glad to leave him with you for as long and as much as we can. He can't be tied to your apron strings all his life, you know. I'll provide for his education, subject to your consent. He is bound apprentice to me. In the process of time, he becomes partner and sometime or other succeeds me. Now, Mrs. Denby, what have you to say against this plan?
I don't know. It's so sudden.
Very, very kind of you, Mr. Davies.
Oh, I'm taking good care of my own interests. Come, Mrs. Denby, is it a bargain?
Mr. Davies, it is rather sudden, as she says. I think we must give her a little time to think about it.
I'm not going to make Mrs. Denby blush, Mr. Benson, by telling her in your presence all that I've observed in her in these last weeks. It's made me sure of the good qualities I shall find in this boy of hers. Do you remember the night Hector O'Brien was so furiously delirious, Mrs. Denby? Look, she's gone pale at the very thought of it. And yet she was the one who went up to him and took the piece of glass he'd broken from the window to cut his own throat. Or anyone else's, for that matter. I wish we had some others as brave as she is.
I thought the great panic was over.
Oh, the general feeling is much weaker. But there are always great fools about. When I leave here, I'm going to see our precious member, Mr. Dunn.
Mr. Dunn?
Mr. Dunn, lying ill at the Queen's Hotel. He came last week to canvass in the by-election, but was too alarmed by what he heard of the fever to set to work. And, in spite of all his precautions, he's taken it.
Mr. Benson, will you allow me to speak to Mr. Davies alone?
Well, of course, my dear. Faith?
Mr. Davies, I must go and nurse Mr. Bellingham.
Who?
Mr. Dunn, his name was Bellingham.
Oh, yes. I remember hearing he changed his name for some property or other. But you mustn't think of any more such work now. You're not fit for it. You look as white as ashes.
I must go.
Nonsense. He can pay for the care of the best hospital nurses in London. And I doubt if his life is worth the risk of one of theirs, much more of yours.
You must let me go, dear Mr. Davies.
I'll do no such thing.
Listen. He is Leonard's father.
Oh.
Now you let me go. You mustn't tell anyone. No one knows. Not even Mr. Benson. Now it might do him so much harm to have it known. You will not tell?
No, I will not tell. Now you must answer me one question, which I ask in all respect, but which I must ask if we are to do the right thing. Of course, I knew Leonard was illegitimate. In fact, I'll give you secret for secret. It was being so myself that first made me sympathise with him and desire to adopt him. But tell me, do you care for this man? Answer me truly. Do you love him?
I don't think I should love him if he were well and happy. But you said he is ill and alone. How can I help caring for him? He is Leonard's father.
I wish I'd bitten out my tongue before I mentioned his name. He'll do well enough without you. I dare say if he recognised you, he could be very angry.
I must go. I'll leave him before he recognises me.
Well, I suppose I must let you. It saves me a deal of trouble after all.
And you won't tell my secret?
Does the woman think I never had to keep a secret like this before? Go and get your bonnet, you tender-hearted fool of a woman. Mrs. Denby, I've come to take your place. Tonight will be the crisis, the third night.
The turning point between life and death.
Look. Well, don't you see the change? He is getting better. Look, he can see you. What is he trying to say?
Where are the water lilies? Where are the lilies in her hair?
He's still rambling, but the fever is past. Mrs. Denby.
Take me home.
Don't blame me. Don't add to my self-reproach. I have killed her. I was a cruel fool to let her go. Don't speak to me.
It may not be so bad. She may recover. She surely will recover. I believe she will.
No. No, she won't. But by God, she shall if I can save her.
Her eyes are open, Leonard, dear. But she does not see us. Not even you.
2 days, Thurston. 2 days and nights, unable to utter a sound. That sweet voice. All but gone from us, but still here.
Look. She can see now. She is looking.
I can see the light coming. The light is coming.
It is over. She is dead.
Mother? 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 You haven't left me alone. You won't leave me. You're not dead. Mother!
Come in, sir. Mr. Benson's not here, nor Miss Faith neither. He'll be back presently. Would you like to walk upstairs?
Yes, thank you. Pray heaven it's warmer than this cold, comfortless room. Some cheerful sitting room with a bright fire, I hope. The old crone is taking me to the attic. Why the Oh, no.
Lesser.
Oh. How beautiful she is. Do all dead people look so peaceful, so happy?
Not all. Few have been as good and as gentle as she was in her life.
Oh, come on, my good woman, we must all die. I'm sure you loved her very much, and very kind to her in her lifetime. You must take this from me to buy yourself some remembrance of her.
And who are you to think to pay for my kindness to her with money? I wasn't kind to you, my darling. I wasn't kind. I frabbed and plagued you from the first, my lamb. I came and cut off your pretty hair in this very room, and many a time I was very sharp and cross with you, unkind. And I do not think the world was kind to you, my darling. But you're gone where angels are very tender to such as you. My poor wench.
How can she bear to kiss those cold marble lips?
Sally,
I'm going to my kitchen, my sister.
I must apologise for being here. I was hardly conscious where your servant was leading me to when she expressed her wish that I should walk upstairs.
It is a common belief in this town that it is a gratification to be asked to take a last look at the dead.
I am very glad to have seen her once more. Poor Ruth.
Ruth? How does he know her name? He only knew her as Mrs. Denby.
I didn't recognise her when she came to nurse me. I believe I was delirious. I cannot tell you how much I regret that she should have died in consequence of her love for me. I know that money is a poor compensation, is no remedy for this event or my youthful folly. Do me justice, sir, I offered to marry her and provide for the boy as if he had been legitimate. What is done cannot be undone, but I came now to say that I should be glad to leave the boy still under your charge, and every expense you think it right to incur I will gladly defray, and place a sum of money in trust for him, say, £2,000, or more, if you wish. Of course, if you decline retaining him, I must find someone else, but the provision for him will still be the same, for my poor Ruth's sake.
Leonard is not unprovided for. Those that honoured his mother will take care of him. He shall never touch a penny of your money. Every offer of service you have made, I reject in his name, and in her presence. Men may call such actions as yours youthful follies. There is another name for them with God. I thank God you have no right, legal or otherwise, over the child, and for her sake, I will spare him the shame of ever hearing your name as his father.
Ill-bred, puritanical old fellow. He can have the boy for aught I care. I've done my duty and will get out of this abominable place as soon as I can. Oh, I wish my last remembrance of my beautiful Ruth was not mixed up with all these people.
It is our dissenting custom to preach an appropriate funeral sermon. Ruth Hilton. Ruth. All I can see is the stricken child she was, crouching from sight in the upland field in Llandee, like a woeful, hunted creature. And now her life is over. Her struggle ended. Now I shall put away my sermon and read the word of God from the book of Revelations. And he said to me, These are they which came out of great tribulation and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes.
Mr. Francis, I've called you here as the finest stonemason in Eccleston.
Thank you, sir.
And I wish to testify my respect for the woman who lies over there beneath the wych elm. Oh. A moment. The boy lying on the grave, that is her son. A fine boy, as proud of his mother as she of him. Mr. Francis, I will see you about Ruth Hilton's tombstone tomorrow. I will call at your house. I must go to the boy.
Indeed, sir. Good day, sir.
Leonard?
My mother is dead, sir.
Come, my boy. Let me take you home. Poor fellow. Mr. Benson, my dear old friend, is waiting for you. We will go to him together.
In the final episode of Ruth by Elizabeth Gaskell, Laura Rees was Ruth, Anne Reed Faith, Anton Lesser Benson, and Rory Kinnear Bellingham. Sally was Marcia Warren, Mr. Bradshaw David Schofield, Mrs. Bradshaw Abigail Thaw, Mrs. Pearson Anna Francolini, Dr. Davis and Mr. Francis Tim Hardy, Jemima Amy Eubank, Farquhar Gus Brown, and Leonard Jordan Clark. Ruth by Elizabeth Gaskell was directed by Ellen Dryden and was a First Rights radio production for BBC Radio 4.